Welcome, everybody, to Group D of the Evasion EU Battles. How is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are all well. We're excited to see you. We're excited to put on another great solo battles for you today. I'm joined by two very, very prominent members of the TARKOV community. One of them is from across the pond, Jeepo. Jeepo, how are you doing today, brother?
Doing very well, thanks. Yeah, doing very well. Just finished up work and here to watch the murder. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. And then we're joined once again by Harry Potter. I mean, Sick Degenerate. I love the glasses, Sick. Hope you're doing great.
I'm doing very well, and I'm very excited for today's games.
So I could tell how excited you are, Sick. Well, guys, we have an amazing show for you today. Some absolute powerhouses of contestants competing in today's battle. Let's take a look at those contestants. We've got Escapegasm, Blitzer Girl, Red 7, and Instani. Oh, my brain. I am sorry, guys. We're tongue-tied here. But we have 4 competitors. All of them are no strangers to competing in any events. We have seen all of these players compete across solos, trios, duos, a lot of evasion events, absolute powerhouses. And the top 2 are competing today to fight it out for the shots at our semifinals that are happening tomorrow and Sunday. And speaking of that, if you guys want to know more about that, let's go ahead and take a look at the at some of the ways that you can find out about evasion. We're going to head over and take a look at our evasion.gg website, where you can find information about all of the events, the solo battles, the duo battles, and the trio battles that happen. We saw a lot of stuff happening. You can find the calendar for when signups are, when all of the competitions are happening, what times they're happening for you. I mean, lots of information on here. We also got information about the team evasion and the evasion merch. Some really, really cool stuff happening over at the merch store. All kinds of cool gear, hats, jerseys, you name it. Pick up your piece of evasion merch today. I really want a hat. I need to buy a hat. I am so bad. And once again, guys, make sure you are also checking out Evasion on all of the socials. You can find them on Twitter at EvasionGG, Instagram, TikTok, and over on YouTube for all of the VODs, where every single VOD is uploaded, and you can find, rewatch all of the information and, you know, get your brain full of just figuring out how these competitors compete. Because, you know, I've learned a lot watching these competitions, and I've been playing the game since 2018. So absolutely amazing. But everybody, welcome everybody from the raid that we just had. I hope you guys are all having a great day and excited for this competition. Guys, if you don't know what this competition is, let me take a moment to break down exactly what evasion is. If you maybe saw our trios or you've watched in the past, you might have an idea, but this one is a unique instance. We have 4 competitors that are going to be loading into almost every single map together except for one. They're going to compete on their own in our first map, which is going to be Factory. After that, they will be loading into every map together, competing, going for objective-based, you know, everything, and trying to get kills. They'll be going for kills, dog tags. Sometimes they'll be going for not some of that with some of our later events, which are very, very exciting. And insanity will always ensue. And we've seen some really crazy stuff from our first 3 groups. Sick! So far, you've been able to cast, you know, both of you have casted in the past, but Sick, what has been your favorite run so far that we've seen?
I gotta say, there was a specific Interchange Chad Run that I remember. So I think Interchange is our best map and our most exciting map for sure.
Yeah. Interchange is always a good time. Jeepo, what about you? What is the map that you're looking forward to and the one that you enjoy the most every time we watch these competitions?
Yeah, I always love Interchange, but as Six stole my thunder there, I'm going to go with the Customs Rat Runs. I think that's a totally different way of running a competition. It's very unique, and it puts all the competitors, it's such a weird mind space where they have to not kill things and have to go and get objectives completed instead. So I think that's a really nice one just to see how they adapt. the very difficult circumstances.
Yeah, very true. And I mean, that's the one for me. When we were deciding on some of the events this year, the customs rat run was one of the most unique because it forces the competitors to really think about things. Like they really have to choose, like, do I kill people, take some negative points? We've seen that affect, some placements here, especially last weekend. We saw some competitors just end up a little bit far behind because they decided to get kills during that and lose those points. So it really rounds out the competition and forces people. But let's go ahead and take a look at our first competition of the day before we get into those other ones. Factory gun game. This one is always entertaining. It's a great warm-up. We've seen a lot of kills. NA decided to do a lot of meleeing, and that's something we haven't seen from EU. Jeepo, what are you expecting to see today from these competitors?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see bodies hit the floor, to be honest. There's such a group of, like you said at the start of the intro, these guys are all regular competitors across different competitions. Blitzer Girl, part of the Evasion competition team. So I'm expecting to see some pretty hardcore PvP action, but on factory game here, it's a tough one on factory because you go in here with a starting weapon and you might just get unlucky. We've seen people get hit straight off the spawn with scavs, with Tagilla. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the PvP right now. I'm very excited for this group of competitors.
Yeah, go ahead, Sick. Tell everybody exactly what we can expect in this factory gun game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our first run of the day. We got factory gun game. For those of you familiar with the famous game type, the PMCs are tasked with swapping weapons with their last kill's primary weapon, and points are gained for killing scavs as well as PMCs. And my favorite part of this whole thing, they get a bonus point for melee kills. And if you melee somebody, you have to take their primary weapon. So they're going to start with a pistol and anything else they could desire, except no throwables, no thermals, and no run-throughs. And the points are broken down as such. We get 1 for a scav kill, 1 for a PMC, bonus points for the tag, bonus points for a melee kill, 5 for a Tagilla kill, and 5 for an extract.
Lots of points up on the board. I mean, we usually use the first round as a warm-up, but these competitors we've seen it though, where some of the competitors really kind of capitalize on an early map and an early power spike to push that lead out. And then we've seen it where it forces them and they just kind of keep running with it because they get into an early momentum. What is, Sick, let me ask you this. Tagilla, do you worry about him at all? Or if you find out he's on the map, do you just avoid that area? Full stop.
Well, Bunny, let's be honest. For anybody who's interacted with Tagilla, there's not much escaping. So I think if anything happens, you're going to have to try to find maybe a scav with a shotgun, maybe a player with a shotgun, or get lucky, kill a player that's super kitted, and then try to attack them. But otherwise, I don't think anybody is looking forward to running into that man.
Very true. There's very... Oh man, he is a nightmare. He is just an absolute nightmare. Jeepo, let me ask you, what is your kit of choice? What is the gun that you're starting with? Are you going Glock 18C just to spray as much ammo to start with, or are you choosing something else for a pistol?
It really depends. I mean, my pistol of choice is the Makarov with 84 round drum mag, but I don't think that's very viable for gun game. So maybe I'd probably go with the FN57. Solid ammo. If you do come up against a juicer, you can still go through that face shield quite reliably. That would probably be where I start. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going with the classic 5.7 John Wick style run. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Can we expect to see that over on your stream sometime? You doing a little John Wick runs?
I mean, you and I, we've done some factory runs fairly recently. There's no reason why we can't do this and have a conversation with Tagilla. So I'd be down for it. Yeah.
Well, casters, it looks like our competitors are loading in. So why don't you guys go ahead and take it away, and let's see what's happening.
All right, Jeepo, we're going to start with Instant. He's already juicing up. He's getting ready to move out. Kind of a difficult spawn, Jeepo. Where's your favorite spawn on this map?
Yeah, not that one. Since they changed the spawns on factory, I actually like spawning in the other side over by the locked door. That's actually where I prefer to be now. This alleyway is even more dangerous because you have that new back spawn from the med tent area that can rush over there as well. So I like to just clear this area as quickly as I can. You can get very, very unfortunate pushing out of that spawn point. Actually, we saw that last week, didn't we? I think it was Walker. He pushed out of there and instantly got dropped by a PMC. So, hey, look, Instantly's doing better already. Straight out with the scav, and he's got that shotgun. So let's see what he's able to do with it here.
We have Blitzer also picking up a PMC kill, getting a shotgun. We'll see if she runs into Tagilla, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye on it. Oh, looks like Instancy's got a PMC as well, and he drops him. Oof, he's in a little spot of trouble there, but he got the kill. Good work. Everybody's up to something here.
Now, Jeepo, we look at Escapegasm. Look at his backpack. Filled with various goodies. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we've seen this a little bit, and it's you know, it's wrinkle brain. It's good. It's big brain. You know, you go in, you know that there's a good chance you're gonna pick up sagas, you're gonna pick up shotguns, you're gonna pick up maybe some ADRs. So bring some magazines that are pre-packed with good ammo. You can ditch the terrible ammo straight out of the gun, put the good ammo in, and then if you do run up against Tagilla or someone thick, at least you're not firing 7.62 PS at them anymore. You know, you're firing something from a big magazine with high pan, high damage. I think it's a pretty good play, and it looks like a lot of the competitors, yeah, Instantly's doing it as well. Yeah, I think it's very smart.
Well, Escapegasm just stumbled upon a graveyard by the extract, killed a player as well. He's off to a really strong start. Blitzer picking up a little bit of a long-range kill. Very dangerous. Got to go out into the middle here to pick up the weapon. And unfortunately has a Saiga. We have Instant in another fight, constantly running into people.
I can't kill him, right?
You can, but you won't get scored.
There you go. So we can hear the battle mod in the background there for Instantly as well, guys.
Or not?
Yeah, but still no points.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the decision he has to make.
Spot, Jeepo.
Yeah, it really is. He has to push into this office. Does he kill this player? Not get the point because he hasn't changed weapons yet, but at least he survives. I think that's the smart play. Ready, a little bit of tension. It's great.
Oh! Immediately getting hit in the head. Face shield save lives, but
Player. Couldn't do anything.
not saving that one, that's for sure.
No, just down. GG's. He got I think he got 2 players in the scav there, so a great start for him. Over here now with Red 7. He's still on that pistol, so I don't think he's found anything just yet. We'll keep a little eye on this one. Sometimes you do get these quiet factory runs. I don't know about you, Sick, but I get quite nervous when the factory's this quiet.
Oh, I never get nervous when it's quiet. You just get to run around free. But Escape in another fight with a another scav, picking up another point. Yeah, we're seeing Escape and Blitzer very active, very mobile. Maybe Red 7's just getting a little bit unlucky, not finding anything, but certainly interesting that he is still on his pistol.
Yeah, absolutely. We're hearing things in his raid. There's flashbangs going off. There are shots. I just think he's always in. He's just in the wrong spot.
I need that first kill to break the ice.
Escape.
That's awkward.
A little awkward with the 10-round mags.
Oh, that is. There you go.
Don't judge me, chat.
Replace it with another one. Pick up another one. Same exact weapon. We love that. Oh, and Red finally finding something. Putting his first points on the board.
Yeah, it's important just to get off the mark, isn't it? In your first map, get the nerves out of the way a little bit, get some points on the board.
Yeah, it certainly sets the tone for the coming rounds, right? You play a little bit, maybe more comfortable when you're ahead. Maybe you're a little bit more nervous when you're behind. And I'm sure these players are always up to date on their score, what they need, what they're doing. Blitzer is just
Interestingly,
everywhere.
She is. She's very mobile, very light on her feet. She didn't even bring a backpack in here, so that's a different strategy than we see from Escape Chasm with the massive backpack full of ammo.
I need that weapon.
Oh, you hear Red? You hear Red? He still hasn't been able to pick up that Scav's weapon.
I need
Yeah,
that
he
weapon
pushed
or a
up the
melee,
ridge
correct?
or up the ramp here, but when he did, he got shot at. So he's kind of in a tough spot right now. He's getting hunted by a PMC.
Gets another Scav, but we discussed earlier I believe that's no points.
Is that inside?
Correct. It won't count because he didn't switch weapon, but of course now he has got that shotgun, so the next kill with the shotgun will be just fine. Blitzer just mowing down Scavs. Carnage everywhere.
Yeah,
as you
she's
would
finding
expect from
everything.
Blitzer. Yeah.
Red, now Jeepo, on Factory, are you a little bit more cautious like Red, or are you a little bit more brazen like Blitzer and Escape?
It really depends on how I'm feeling that day, honestly. I'll do a couple, and if I survive, I'll get a little bit more brazen, probably. Factory's not my most comfortable map, but we've played it more recently than in the last 2 weeks. I've played it more than I have in the entire wipe, and had a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, a little bit more brazen, maybe. But then I'm usually not rocking around with a pistol. So, it's easy to be brave when you got an M4.
This is
What about
true.
you? What's your style?
Oh, I'm running and gunning, baby. I'm jumping all around. But
Oh,
like you
God.
said, you're a little bit more comfortable when you got that M4, you got that MK. These players put into a very interesting position, I should say, where they're using all the scav weapons, basically just hoping and praying that it's something usable, you know?
Yeah, if I have to pick up a Saga 9, the chances of me running around like a drunken spider monkey diminish quite strongly, I would imagine. A little bit more cautious with that.
Yeah. Now we have Blitzer on the big screen here, just finding everything. I'm very impressed.
She's doing a great job, very methodical here, just pushing around all the different areas, getting the scavs as they spawn, legging them. Very violent, love to see
There
it.
we go. That was fucking close, you bastard. Come here.
You love a nice little leg meta, don't you?
You got to, don't you? You gotta love it.
Oh, escaping a Taz bite.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's going for the melee, Jeep. Get him!
Get him!
No, hit him! Get him! Multiplayer scam!
Let go!
How awkward was that fight, chat?
That was
But he was gonna
awesome.
kick that tight to the ground. That was not going well for us. Hey, he committed. You love it. Love to see that.
I like how they both agreed. It's like, all right, we're both out. Let's settle this like men.
Meanwhile, Red 7 racking up some points here as well.
Yeah, all of our competitors are still alive, except
I heard
unfortunately
something. Where?
our poor fellow who got taken out by the PMC on the first floor, having to navigate the awkwardness of picking up a gun. Oh, when Red 7 just gets chased down by a player scab, you hate to see it.
What gun did you?
That's
Oh,
the end of
Escape
the
going for a
guys.
melee again. Oh, gets kill a slit a little bit,
Fucking hell, that was
Ah.
awkward as fuck as well.
making it look easy, beating him up.
This melee bullshit is fucking
Yeah, I think he was
awkward,
hitting
chat.
the door frame rather awkwardly there. But now he's got a machine gun, ho ho ho. So let's see what you can do with this AK. Blitzer rocking the Taz here. I mean, you know, if I'm holding the Taz, there's a real chance I'm just gonna go for the melee anyway.
I hate these helmets, but they save my
Yeah,
life.
I love that. I love that.
Oh,
I want to
that's
see
nice.
all the melees, all the bonus points, and especially like you said, when you get put into a position where your weapon is just, you know, a little bit below par. Why not whip out the melee? Why not whip out the sword and just go for it?
Exactly.
So scary and there's no sound.
We're listening
Blitzer's
to
in a bit of a
Blitzer
delicate
bottom there.
spot.
I wanna kill the players.
You got the entire raid, by the way?
She's not sure what she wants to do here.
Okay.
She's hunting him down.
Not
Blitz.
not hitting
Run.
not hitting with the Taz. Even if you hit, it's like you didn't hit, but still not connecting. Gonna rotate around. Wonder where she's gonna go, up or down. Up, she goes up.
Yeah, you really gotta
For
make
the
those shots
hang.
count with the toss, don't you?
I can't say that I've used the Taz all that frequently. Maybe once or twice with a thermal, but besides that, not a frequent user for sure.
Certainly has its place. It can be fun to run. I definitely recommend you try a Taz in labs run. It might change your perspective.
Can hide that
I
quick.
didn't-
What a pile of bodies.
Blitzer, a little relief. Switching to the SKS now. Definitely a much more suitable weapon
Downstairs,
for sure.
underground. Oh, I killed his brother and he wants revenge. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Blitzer versus Player Scav. Player Scav doing a lot of damage to
Don't kill me,
Blitzer.
bro. I'm friendly.
Retreating deep back into Glass Hall. SKS takes a real long time to reload, that's for sure. And we have Escapegasm just beating everybody up.
Too many players. Guys,
Big
coming
fan of
around,
that.
probably just
Can't
gonna
say that enough.
extract point.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like
Absolutely.
Jeep looks like Blitzer's just gonna take it and call it a day.
Yeah, she said it there. She was running away. She popped that ETG to
And
keep
we
herself
fucked up.
alive, and she realized there's just too many player scavs in this in the map right now. It's not worth the risk. She wants those bonus points for extracting, so she's decided better to bug out, which I think's smart. She was looking a little bit beaten up there.
I'm trying not to die, alright?
A great raid from her,
Absolutely.
as you can see.
Yeah,
These
putting up a
guys will-
big score for sure. It's a good way to set the tone for Blitzer, but we have still escape in raid, 7.5 minutes left. He has a lot of opportunity here. Lot of opportunity, Jeepo.
Yeah, if he keeps getting these scav respawns, he can just keep cycling around and getting those kills, those melee kills as well, count for bonus points. So, get a few more of those, he can get himself off to a really nice opening round.
Jeepo, we see him running around. He's searching. Is this how you find yourself in many raids? Last man alive, last man standing, searching desperately for action.
You need to watch me more if you think I'm the last man standing. Occasionally. Sometimes you're, you're the last guy dragging somebody's gear into a bush and running away, but it can be quite disconcerting to be the last one standing. That's for sure. It's always that
There, we
panic
see
that there's one
escape.
more.
Is he gonna go for the
Going for
melee?
that.
There he
He
goes.
is, isn't he?
There he goes. Beat him up. Yeah.
Ow.
Bonus
Boo-boo.
Oh,
We
dude.
love that.
Excellent work. And he is closing in on Blitzer Girl. I think Blitzer Girl's still in first place. We'll get confirmation of those
down
scores.
there,
You can see at the bottom of your screen right now. But he is giving it his all right now. Yep, Blitzer on 21 points.
Is he behind the container? Maybe.
An escape Jeepo with that mishmash backpack. I believe, I would assume, certainly putting BP into his AKMS, but finding
What?
another scav. Hit him. Hit him. The
Nice
scav
attack.
said, "What'd you touch me with?" But there he goes, getting the melee kill.
Well, I think this is the biggest brain move I've ever seen because he brought a backpack full of
shake it
ammo
off.
and he decided to just beat all the scavs to death. So
Hold on.
he could have just saved the weight and the ammo, honestly. But
You can never be too sure, though,
this is
Jeepo. You
great.
can never be too sure.
Check your arm.
Yeah. Check my armor bar. Hmm.
Ooh, his armor
points for
is
extracting?
zeroed.
What are the points to
And yeah,
extract?
we have our battle mods, Jeepo. The heroes oftentimes communicating
those.
things that the players
These
don't
down
see.
earlier.
You know, maybe he didn't see that the armor was zeroed out, but his battle mod letting him know.
Maybe no more melee
Yeah,
kills, guys.
absolutely. Battle mods are absolutely the heroes, as you said. These guys volunteer. Tonight we have Venom Snake, Preppy, Venturas, and Potato. Big shout out to those guys. You'll hear them occasionally speaking to the competitors as they run around. You know, these are all experienced competitors, but sometimes in a competitive game like this, where you're playing for points and very specific goals, you can get caught up in the raids a little bit. So always nice to have someone whisper in your ear.
We see him
Then
finding
nothing.
armor from the graveyard that we saw earlier. Getting a little refresh. Gonna hopefully hunt down some more PMCs and just beat them up.
On the time, you're at 4 minutes left.
Yep.
4 minutes. He's on 19
Jeep
points,
already-
only 2 points behind Blitzer right now. Sick.
I was just about to ask, are you
We get,
looking
like, one more wave, I
to
think.
put in more points in raid, or are you looking to take that 5 for extract? What would you do in this spot?
One more wave?
I was in that spot. I don't think he knows that he's in second place right now, and I don't think I would want to know either. So I suspect he might stay in for another couple of minutes and get a few more kills here. Personally, I'd probably be looking at that timer going, you know, we're going to get the last wave of player scavs. Might be time to leave before we
All
get
the
run
extracts
over.
open, right? Unlocked everything. All right, chat.
There you go. We can hear from the man himself.
Could be finished, I think.
Yeah, just do one more sweep, and then take your 5. No shame in taking the 5. No shame. Yeah, I can't imagine, Jeepo, there's much left on this map at 3 minutes remaining in the raid.
I think he's beat everything to death with his melee, honestly. That might be
There
the
we
most
go.
melee kills. We'll have to check
Danny
that
chat.
stat. I'm sure Brian and Garland will love me asking, but I wonder if that's the most melee kills we've had
we're
in a
home
gun
of
game
scavs,
so
boys.
far.
Certainly in EU. Definitely not in NA. We saw a 13 or 14 melee round in NA. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed
Lots
that.
of love, everybody in the chat.
But yeah, looks like the
Yeah, I
sweep
think
is
we could-
complete.
This is one more wave.
I think we're just gonna take the 5 and get out. Strong rounds from Escape, strong round from Blitzer, a little bit slow start from Red, and a little bit of an unlucky start for
It's up to
Instant.
you if
That's
you
for
wanna
sure.
stay in, but
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. I think
Yeah.
Red got a little unlucky not finding
Give another 50
anything
seconds
to
and I'll
kill.
stall.
Yeah, he's gonna commit to this.
Couple of bait shots never hurt anybody. Never know what
No,
player
I think we're
scavs
done.
might,
I think we're
you know,
done.
poke their head in.
All right, GG.
GG
I'm gonna get it.
indeed.
I'm
What a
out,
great
I'm out,
round.
I'm out. Kidding.
Absolutely.
let me see your.
No
kill
problem.
feed.
Yeah, don't think another wave's coming, guys.
Wow, guys, that was a really, really strong showing by a few of our competitors there. I mean, that can I just say real quick? Escapegasm said he was getting out how many times and then just kept going back. I mean, every single time we were like, yep, he's done. He's like, okay. And then he's like, oh, I got 50 seconds. Hold on, I'm going to go back around. And I was like, what? Just get the 5 points. Like, just, you're fine. Just go. Just go. Jeepo, what did you think of Escapegasm's strategy, though, bringing in that backpack with so much ammo? And you know, obviously it's going to be higher tier ammo. What did you think of that strategy?
Yeah, I think it's great. I love to see that. We've seen that a few times now from our competitors across the weeks. It's great if you're going to run into PMCs, you're going to run into Tagilla. You don't want that little 10-round magazine of PS ammo. You want that drum full of BP. So I'm a big fan of that. I think it gives you much better chance of coming out of the raid alive, basically.
It really does. And, unfortunately, none of our competitors that we saw had to get in their raid, so we didn't get to see any of the sledgehammer action coming around. Sick, what did you think of the way Blitzer was moving through the map? How, do you think that is probably the best way, the more aggressive on Factory?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in a point format where you have to be able to get to the body and replace your weapon, I think being aggressive, moving around, finding the isolated scavs, the easier to deal with scavs, is certainly the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Now, and something that I was curious too while watching that is we saw Escapegasm using the M2 sword as his melee, and that seemed like it was a little bit of a detriment to him because of the wide swing arc. It looked like he kept hitting doorways, he kept hitting fences, not connecting with the scav, so it looked a little bit awkward. Is that something that the competitors should think going into the semifinals, especially for Factory, like melee weapon choice, Jeepo? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we just had a Factory event recently where there were taggers up for grabs, so maybe a tagger would have been a good shout just for that one tap goodness. And of course, you can do the other melee attack that isn't that big wide swing. So just get your head in the game there a little bit. So get in, practice those melee attacks. But we're going into the rounds tomorrow and the rest of this weekend. These guys have all been through this before. They'll be able to refine their strategies a little bit, I think.
Perfect. And let's just take a moment to appreciate that player scav throwing down, deciding to just get spicy and just have a melee one-on-one. Probably my favorite moment from that entire round. But after that, let's go ahead and take a look at our brackets and our standings and see where everybody is at. Escapegasm finally getting out of the raid, clinching those points, coming into first place with 24. Blitzer Girl getting 21 points, was in first, fell back to second. Then we've got Red 7 and Instant both tied up for third. But like we've always said, this is kind of a warm-up. Even though we have competitors putting up huge numbers in the warm-up round, there is still a lot of competition to go. So every single one of these competitors are still in the running for that first and second place. Because remember, first place will be moving on to compete in Sunday's match, where they will be going up against Angry Elmo, Gary, and Walker. And then the runner-up will be moving into tomorrow's match, where they will be going up against Blink, British Ubba, and Ontorius. Really, honestly, after watching all of the competitors compete, both of these brackets are going to be extremely difficult for our winner and runner-up today. But with that, I think we're getting into one of the most interesting rounds that we have in our competition. One of my favorite, because like we've said earlier in the match, this is going to force our competitors to think. It is going to force our competitors to play a little bit different. All of these people that we watch and that compete in these matches, for the most part, are very, very much Chads. But we are going to make them put on that rat hat, little scurry action, and force them around. Sick, what do you think is the best strategy going into this?
Bunny, what a great question. Let me just say this. I'll leave it with you. If my opponents can't score any points, I can still score points. Read with that what you will, Bunny.
Are we doing this again? Because if I recall specifically last weekend, one of the competitors took your advice a little too much to heart and decided to get a lot of negative points, which may have cost them their runner-up spot. Is that what we're doing again today, Sick?
No. Just take it a little bit less. A little
Okay.
bit less.
A little
You'll be
bit.
great.
Bring it back a little bit.
11.
Exactly. Jeepo, go ahead and tell the people at home exactly what our competitors are going to be doing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. So we're going to be running Rat Run on Customs. There's a 20-minute time limit for this raid. The players will spawn in together into the same raid in a group. The PMCs are tasked with looting as many found in raid items from the raid as they can for points while remaining a pacifist. They will lose points for killing enemies. Only items in their bag at the time of the extract will count as points. As usual, they can bring any weapon or armor that they like. They must be wearing a tri-zip backpack. They can have 2 stims and 4 non-lethal grenades max. So we're going to see lots of flashbangs. They are not allowed GLs, Mark 18s, Reapers, Flares, or T7s, and they cannot have a run-through. All items that are stackable must be max stacked before another stack can be started. So if you find ammo, it must be stacked to the max. So you don't just put ammo in all the slots. And for points, you are -3 points if you kill a scav, a -4 if you kill a PMC, -5 for killing Reshala. You gain 5 points for extract, which is a huge thing to keep in mind, and 0.5 points for every found in raid item you get out of raid. So actually a fairly simple rule set, and definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, exactly. And it is one of those things where there are a lot of points to be lost on the board here with this one. But casters, I believe our competitors are going ahead and getting ready. So go ahead and take it away.
No shooting if possible. No killing.
All right, Jeepo.
Shooting is allowed.
We're
No
starting
killing,
off
right?
with iRed.
No killing.
7.
If you want
How many PMCs are you going for, Jeepo?
Copy.
All of them?
I mean, this is the thing, right? If we take your advice, we just kill the server and then work backwards, try and get back into the positive points. I mean, the pressure's on iRed here a little bit because he did only get 3 points in that previous round. So, you know, he might just be thinking, I'm going to have a real chill raid, fill my backpack and get out early, secure those extra points as well.
Okay.
That's probably what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, you can wait in that corner if you want.
Yeah, I'm
but,
certainly
you know,
looking for Instant and Red to pull out something here. Maybe make up that gap a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm trying to look at everybody's gear loadout, see who's got what. I see Insty with the KS-23 with some flash shells as well, which is a great way of keeping people away from you. I'm just wondering if the guys have got anything like, you know, 100-round magazines to assert their dominance by spraying down dorms to keep other players away, things like that. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, and we have escape going into dorms. We got Blitzer around checkpoint. Red is up at the stash near spawn, and Instant is looting everything he can at the stashes right outside the shortcut bus stop area. And the raid is officially on. These players once again have a minute to separate, spread out, spread their wings, and then the carnage can begin.
Absolutely. So it is hot. So what do you do here, Sick? If you're in this, do you go to dorms like Escapegasm? Is that sort of high risk, or are you hoping that none of the other competitors show up there?
Well, that's a good question for sure. I'm certainly looking for areas, maybe a little bit of a stash run, but I am a big proponent. I've said it once, I'll say it again, I've said it 10,000 times. I'm looking for the other PMCs, or rather the other competitors, more specifically. And I'm looking to ruin somebody's day. I'm looking to make them get 0, and me still able to find those found in raid items.
He didn't. Shut up.
Once you come back from that -5, I mean, they can wreck you beyond the grave a little bit. There is that. So you need to be pretty sure that you're going to survive the raid with a full backpack. But I'm not saying your strategy is wrong. I quite like it. It's very hard to take the Chad out of the Chads, which is why I enjoy rat runs so much.
Exactly. It's tough. It's tough. It's a completely different mindset. But it looks like all the players have the KS-23 backup. Oh, except for Escapegasm. He brought 2 guns. That's interesting.
Just while we're following Instantly here, guys, you can see the links to all the streamers in the chat. Follows are free. Do go over there, give them a follow, say hi, thank them for taking part tonight. And so far, it looks like Escapegasm's having a pretty, I don't want to jinx him, the caster curse, but he's having a pretty solid, secure run in dorms here. There's no audio. I haven't heard any noise anywhere else in the either of the dorms buildings to let us know there's another player around. So he might just hit all these safes, all these duffel bags alone.
Yeah, all the players are very. This is a little bit rare for sure. All the players are in their own area, with nobody around, no other competitor, you know, immediately in the vicinity. So we'll see if anybody runs up and starts the clash.
Can I
but
the ammo?
I am
Doesn't count.
certainly surprised here. Normally we see two competitors go into the same area,
Mm.
and then there's a little bit of a scuffle, but no, everybody's just kind of doing their own thing.
Right, and there's that moment, and we've seen this before.
Yeah,
We
it's
saw this
only
just
been
last week, in
back
fact,
for a
where
minute.
you can kind of recognize, hey, this is one of my other competitors right here. I don't want to shoot them. Maybe they're not going to shoot me. And we saw that last week where in extract, one of them just let the other one extract before going in. You know, there is always the chance that you recognize an opponent and don't shoot them and hope that they do the same courtesy. But we know, obviously, Sick, the way you've been talking, that wouldn't be happening if you were in this raid, correct?
Absolutely not. That person is being put down, and I'm looting their body for all those juicy, juicy found in raid points, let me tell you.
Would you recommend extracting with basic points?
It is really good. It's got very early wipe vibes, this mission, I think. It's great. You see all these people running around picking up stuff that you normally just run past at this stage of the wipe.
Because if you have 1x1 items in every slot, there's no point.
Yeah, absolutely,
Sorry,
Jeepo.
left?
We got
If you have
Red,
one slot item in every
we
slot
got
of the
Red,
bag,
he's stumbling
there's no
upon an
points.
area that has already been looted, and I wonder if that gives him any red flags, any, you know, the ears up moment of, oh, a competitor's been through here. I better be on the lookout, and we'll see if they do run into each other and he takes them out. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I suspect he does know. Blitzer Girl blitzed through this area a little bit earlier, and she's picked up everything. So as he hits more and more stashes, duffel bags, he's realizing there's not a single item left, so it's probably a competitor. He's probably going to be a little bit wary. Yeah, he's decided to change his route entirely. He's doubling back, so I'm not too surprised by that, to be honest. Meanwhile, Blitzer's coming back into USEC building, so there was nearly there could still be here. If he runs in through this wire, she might hear him.
Yeah, he's at checkpoint. We'll see if he decides to. If she looks out those windows, we might see our first clash if she gets up in the second floor here. Oh, she's on the wrong side for it. We don't like that. I want to see some clashes over the loot.
Yeah. I did find the graphics stuff. I'm mad.
That's I don't know why. That's the funniest reaction to getting a graphics card. Oh, look, a graphics card. That's certainly not me or you, is it, Jeepo?
No, absolutely not. I'm running straight to extract, giggling like a schoolgirl. Blitzer's a little bit cooler than that. She probably doesn't want the graphics card. It's 2 slots. She wants that 1 slot item. Get the extra points. She'll drop it. Watch.
That would be the ultimate sign of the competition. But as our players, Jeepo, there's no clashes yet. We haven't seen any other player or scav interaction. Their bags are getting a little bit full. We'll start to see that min-maxing, you know, really prioritizing the single slaughters over the 2 slaughters, over the 4 slaughters. And we'll see. I don't see any of these players clashing anytime soon. So we'll see who can really rack up those raid points.
I think Blitzer and I Red 7 are in USEC building together. They don't know that the other one's there. I'm wondering if Blitzer's going to be able to hear Red 7 downstairs as he runs around with his torch on. So there's a potential clash here about to happen.
And, you know,
Blitzer
caster
finding
curse as I
2
say that.
wrenches there. And I know Sigma's watching. She's probably pulling her hair out. She was looking for one of those today for her daily task. Blitzer nonchalantly finding 2 in the 1 raid.
We saw there, Jeepo. We saw Blitzer see him. We saw Blitzer see Red, but no shots were taken. Just immediately disengaging from Red.
I don't think he's aware of her existence yet.
I wouldn't be so sure. He keeps looking back like he heard something. Is she gonna chase him down? I don't think so. Maybe.
Guess I'm going out.
Yeah, it looks like Instanty is taking
If
the
you keep
RUF
down here
extract
one more
out,
slot,
so he's gonna secure those bonus points as well.
I don't wanna.
So we'll have a
risk it,
little
you know.
look in his
I
bag,
need to make.
but we'll get
I
those
need to
points
make some
updated as
second
soon
point
as we
at least.
can. Great stuff from him. Nice low-key raid.
Thought that was to
Exactly what you want with a rat run raid.
die on the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he had his backpack full of all those goodies. He'll have quite a few bonus points. That'll definitely help with that that gun game showing for sure.
Hmm.
Red
So
Red
if
keeps
you're-
seeing people, Jeepo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you're red here, it seems like he knows someone's around. He's fronting up to it. Are you? I mean, knowing he only scored 3 points in that first round, it's not that big a difference
You are
after just
allowed
one
to,
round, of
like-
course. But are you
That's a good
running
one.
away from
Yeah,
this a little
use
bit
full points
faster
for
than he is? He is
a rather
dwelling in the area a little bit, asking for trouble.
Check.
Yeah, he keeps. You see him. He keeps like he wants to disengage. He comes back. He disengages. He comes back. I don't know if he's indecisive or if he just really wants to hit certain spots of the map. But
Like
if he
the
knows
thing
that
where I-
somebody, and we know that it's
I was
Blitzer,
gonna
if
take
somebody's in the
There-
area,
They're parallel right now on the other side of this warehouse from each other. There's still a chance they run into each other. It's like he has a little angel and a little devil on each shoulder, and they're telling him, "Don't go back, no, don't go back." The Chad in him is strong.
that's a great analogy. Yeah, look, but Red looks like he might just call it a day. No? No, okay,
No,
never
not
mind.
yet.
Never mind. Oh, oh,
These
they
are
spawn on
done.
that side, so that makes sense. That's not an extract for them.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go yet. You know, Blitzer.
Oh shit.
There's a loot in here.
They're so close. They're so
Here,
close.
There's loot in here.
I can't believe command is up and left.
I love this building the Blitzer's in, this new building, the glass building. I don't know what everybody else calls it, but there's so much loot in there. Some really high tier stuff you can find. Plus, you get your shooter born in heavens out that glass window way easier than you think. Which a great addition to the map.
Jeepo, Escape has just been at dorms. And I can't say for sure if he's interacted with anything, but
10 minutes left.
I am genuinely surprised we're seeing I don't know what the word is, but it's certainly a fresh, unscathed dorms run.
Yeah, he's looking very relaxed. He hasn't had a fight. You know, I need a Willer's wallet. I need to. I wish I was in this raid. I could go to dorms and get raids like this because normally I go and there's, you know, a 9-man squad waiting for me on the top floor. So it's definitely a little bit different to dorms raids that I'm getting. But yeah, he took a gamble, and so far his
No
backpack's
fucking
filling up.
way. Legends, this guy.
Red running over some filing cabinets, noticing they're looted, certainly assuming it's a competitor. But Red looks like he has his he has all of his rigs pretty near full. Same with Escape, same with Blitzer. They're all being a little bit greedy, Jeepo. How greedy are you being here?
I mean, they're both still quite far from their nearest extract, so you might as well take the opportunity when you have it to you know, maximize what you can get your hands on here. That being said, you know, Red and Blitzer are still fairly parallel to each other. There's a good chance they're going to bump at some point. Of course, now it looks like Red might be running towards dorms. Do you think he's going to take that detour in there? He hasn't heard any noise. He might think it's safe.
Yeah, that's
The
a
mind
tough
games
call.
that comes with this game mode is great, isn't it?
No way.
Yeah, at this point in the raid, you don't hear any
Just a
dorm
full bag,
shots.
right?
You would have to assume that maybe one of your competitors went in there, but are your competitors daring enough to go in there?
You take one
Oh, this
item
is-
off
I have to. To a certain
a gun,
point,
right?
I have to.
One eye
Oh, that's cheeky.
off the gun.
Cheeky from
That's-
Escape,
that's
picking up a
cheeky.
single slaughter.
Like that. That was nice. Still just methodically working his way down through these locked rooms into the safes.
Yep, you see he's stacking the rubles, can't pick up, can't separate the rubles. He's going to take off a gun part from a gun again. Just very, very clean gameplay.
Oh, if I can take anything off a shotgun.
Can't take anything off the shotgun, though.
Balls.
There's so much loot.
And he is hearing shots, but it's a rat run. We're not going to those. We're normally going to those. Not on this one. Blitzer getting out. Full backpack. Massive points.
Absolutely great raid from her as well. There was a few seconds there I thought maybe she was going to bump into Red 7, but yeah, no, she handled that well. She knew to just bide her time, let him disappear. Great raid from her.
Whoa, sorry, buddy. Friendly.
The rat run, Jeepo. He's running into a scab. He said, no. Please don't bother me. I don't want to bother you.
Scouts, unfortunately, don't always give you that choice. We're down, as you can see in the bottom of the screen beside the scores. About 6 minutes left here.
You motherfuckers.
I think
Nobody
Red's
there, right?
probably quite full. He's going to hit this duffel bag, but it was already looted by a competitor. I don't think there's anything in it. So he's probably
Got some guns.
thinking about how do I get out of this raid now as well.
Can you
Of course, Escape has him, judging by his factory run. I don't think he's getting out anytime soon. He'll probably wait until the last 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine he leaves.
I believe that's
At
one
all.
slot, right? No, it's if I can.
He is milking this bad boy tremendously. I love it. And we see this a lot, Jeepo, in Tarkov. You'll see players say certain things, but when you can see all of the POVs, or some of the POVs in a raid, you can really see the timing that it comes down to, right? Red hitting all of these things, all of these areas for loot, just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And other competitors have already swooped through. It's all about timing, being first, establishing an area. And you never know. We might see a little conflict here.
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, the multiple perspectives just totally changes how we view this. It's quite scary, actually, because you never realize often how close you are to another competitor in your just your normal Tarkov raids. And these guys run past each other fairly frequently, so it's nice to get that angle on it.
Yo, what did I do to you, boss?
Friendly! Escape! Yell friendly. He'll back off. I swear. The scabs are so nice.
I love it. I love seeing these guys having to run away from, pistol scabs and the like. It's definitely not their natural habitat, that's for sure. Friendly in Chernobyl. Wow, what a blast from the past.
How many minutes?
4 minutes.
As this winds down, Jeepo, 4 minutes left. No clashing so far. I don't want to jinx it, but so far from our competitors. Everybody full backpack, certainly. Full rigs, certainly. As a competitor that isn't in first or second, how are you feeling knowing, or at least assuming, that everybody else did the same?
You're keeping parity. That's all you can do in a raid like this. If your competitors have a good raid as well, all you can do is put up your best score you can get. And you might not close the gap too much, if any, but you didn't lose out either. And that's sometimes what raids are like. There's always another map. We got lots of maps still to go. It's still early. Nobody's overwhelmingly winning this by any means. So I think, as long as you can put up a good score here that's respectable, I think we'll be okay. That's what I'd be thinking right now.
Certainly an escape. Satisfied. Finally satisfied. Looks like he's going to take our UAF. As Red is still finding goodies here and there.
Still swapping out two spotters for one spotters, getting those extra slots filled up.
My man.
Good approach.
That's it. 3 successful competitor extracts so far, so they'll all be getting their bonus points. Red, our final competitor in Raid.
Alright,
Still
let's
has
see
a
if
couple
he'll
of
be-
2 slaughters that he's looking to replace. And I don't know how much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a
Oh, boy.
scav. -3. That's important right now.
Run away!
Run, Red. Get out of there, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no,
This
not
scav
like
is
this.
hurting. Okay, okay. He turned the corner. I think he should be okay. He ran into the one scav. Every raid has that one scav. That was that scav.
Every player knows the pain of being terminated by a nasty scav, so not who you want to run into in this one. But he handled that well, calm, getting out now.
And
Great to see
everybody
all
out.
our-
Wow.
Yeah. Great to see all of them survive, isn't it?
Wow, guys, what an outstanding showing from all of our competitors in that match. I mean, I think that is one of the strongest rounds we have ever seen from Rat Run. We saw every single one of our competitors break away, slide away, and just kind of do their own thing, except for Blitzer and Red, who kind of ran parallel through the entire match. Sick, I know you specifically were really hoping that they were going to fight it out. Were you a little sad they didn't?
I'm not sad, Bunny. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. I knew you would be. As soon as I saw them not get into it, I was like, Sick is over here just like jonesing, just wanting that fight. And it's just not happening. He's gonna go home and cry a little bit tonight because he didn't get his fight.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I like when the competitors, they clash. We see a little bit of a stressful situation for both parties, but in the end, I believe they saw each other at one point in USEC, and they said toodaloo on your way.
Yeah. And then Red almost getting absolutely destroyed by a shotgun scav at the end. Jeepo, I mean, it didn't look like the star rounds were working for him, did it?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned by those star runs. It didn't seem like they were working. He got a few rounds thrown his way as he ran away, but I think he handled it quite well. A lesser man, a little bit less cool about him, might have just, you know what, I'll take the hit on a few points here just to make sure I don't get scavved. But yeah, he did really well there. I'm impressed. I'm really glad. Unlike Sick, I'm really impressed to see all the competitors make it out of that one alive without having to lose any points. So GG's to all of them.
Yeah, very much GG's to all of them. Well, guys, if you are enjoying the competition and you are a streamer here on Twitch and you think that you can compete, we've got good news for you. Grab a partner because our EU solo, NAEU worldwide solos, or duos, duos is now open. Applications are open over on evasion.gg. Grab a partner. I believe both of you must be Twitch affiliates at least, or partners to be a part of it. And yeah, this is going to be a worldwide where EU, NA will compete at the same time. It's a very interesting format. I've always loved our duo format that we do. You grab a partner, you go in, and you just have some fun. It's like playing with friends. So make sure you head over there to the website evasion.gg. Once again, go over, sign up for the duos battles. You can also find out exactly what the duo battles will entail, so that way you'll have an idea. And please, if you do want to compete, make sure you understand the rules before you do. That's always an interesting time when you have no idea what the rules are. So head over there, check out all of the information that you need is on evasion.gg, or on Twitter is another location where you can find all of that information at evasion_GG. And any other information that you may require is on the socials. You can find it on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and once again, all of the VODs will be posted to the evasion_GG's YouTube channel. So make sure you head over there.
Something bigger than just TARKOV right now.
All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we are being told we are going to have to call it today. We don't know how long it is going to take until this information comes back up. But what I would suggest, guys, please make sure you head over to twitter.com/evasion_GG. What we are going to do is we will post about how we will be handling this in the future and what's going on, how everything is going to shift around. This is not something that has really ever happened before. It's very hard to plan for something like this because realistically, I mean, the game hasn't gone down in like this in months. So not something we can really plan for at all. People asking, is it a wipe? No, it's not a wipe, guys. Unfortunately, Europe is being hit very hard. It seems like a lot of Europe is being hit with outages right now. Could just be something at the server farm where all of this information is loaded. But please, we are going to be postponing the rest of the event today. Make sure you go to Evasion on Twitter so that way you know exactly what is going on and going forward. Guys, once again, please, Jeepo, I'll start with you. Tell everybody where they can find you. I appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, always good to be here, mate. Always good to be here. Jeepo TV, you can find me Jeepo TV on Twitch, Jeepo TV on Twitter, Jeepo TV on YouTube. Very inventive with the names. Somebody stole Jeepo, so there you go. I stream most days of the week, usually TARKOV. Great to have you guys come along and say hi, and we always have a good time.
Yep. And Sick, once again, tell everybody where they can find you besides under the stairs at the Dursley's house.
I got that reference. Yeah. You guys can follow me on Sick Degenerate, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the whole kit and caboodle. Stream every day about 3-4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come over, say hi. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh, and also on my Nimbus 2000.
Perfect. I really do love those glasses, even though I'm giving you shit about them. I do love them. They're great. But guys, once again, I am Unfluffy Bunny. I've been your host. It has been a pleasure to cast what we could today. Unfortunately, we will not be continuing today, but like I said, Twitter, follow over there for all of that information. Make sure you guys are following me. Also, I am on Twitch almost every single day at twitch.tv/unfluffybunny. You can find me on most of the socials. Also, if you just go to Google and type in Unfluffy Bunny, I'm literally the only thing that pops up. So yay for me.
Be careful.
Be careful. But guys, what we're going to do, we're going to send you guys over to Takali's absolutely amazing TARKOV player. I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but he is also an emissary. So please go show him some love, and we will have that information for you and see you again very soon. You guys have a great rest of your day. Much love, everybody. Hello and everyone, welcome back to Evasion for day 2 of Group D. Unfortunately, with our servers going down yesterday, we did have to postpone the events of yesterday, but we are going to be continuing them today, picking up right where we left off. We will be getting into Interchange momentarily. All of our competitors have gone through. They've been debriefed. We've tallied up the scores from yesterday. We'll take a look at all of those in just a moment. But before we get into today's festivities, let me go ahead and introduce my fellow co-hosts for today, the great casters that we have, both of them. I'm going to go ahead and start with you over there with the drum set in the back, good old Party Pineapple. What is going on, Party? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Fluffy? Doing great, man. Just got back from a drive on from the Delaware, ready to get in some TARKOV.
Awesome. And we got to, if anything, the taste that we had yesterday is going to be, today's going to continue to be just a outstanding performance from all 4 of these competitors. But we are also joined by the man, the myth. Some say he's also kind of a ghost or a specter. What's going on, Spectre? How are you doing, buddy?
What's going on? It's great to be here. Good to be working with y'all again, and I'm super excited to see the culmination of Group D.
Yeah, it was a very, very good show. All of these competitors were putting on an absolute just top-notch showing for us before the servers went down yesterday. Like we said yesterday, the servers going down was not something that Battlestate could control. It seemed to have been an issue across all of Europe. with multiple services going down, and unfortunately it did not come up until late last night. But guys, welcome back to Evasion, and welcome to the show. Walker, thank you for the raid earlier. I do want to go ahead and shout you out and say how much we appreciate that. But let's get into some of the pre-show stuff, and then we'll get right into the competition, because I know these competitors are looking forward to finishing up what they started yesterday. Guys, welcome back to the solo battles. If you were not here for yesterday and this is your first time joining us, let me go ahead and explain what the solo battles are. Our competitors for the rest of the day will be joining each other in each map, and they will be trying to complete certain objectives on those maps. They will spawn in, have a moment to deviate and get away from each other before the raid is declared hot, and once that raid is declared hot, insanity will ensue. Murder will happen, whether on them or hopefully on the rest of the map. But let's go ahead and take a look at where you can find information about all the roles that the competitors will be competing in today. Guys, make sure you head over to evasion.gg for all of that information. You will find everything from the solo battles, duo battles, and the trio battles that did just pass. Trios was absolutely one of the best times I've had casting anything. Great round. And also duos is coming up, so you can use the website to sign up for the worldwide duos that we will be happening. Those signups are happening right now on the website, the NAEU worldwide duo battles. I'm excited to see the teams that are going to be competing in that. I can't wait for the drawings, and just, man, we get that moment of who's better, NA or EU. And we'll be seeing a lot of action with that. You can also find the calendar for when every event is happening. So if you are curious about when you need to be here to check out any of the shows, you can find that information. Or if you want to know more about Team Evasion, you can find that also. And merch. You can head over there, and there is a button for merch, a little drop down, and you can find it, or you can go straight to it at evasion.gg/merch. Get all of your premium, high-quality Evasion merch today. Especially, I have got to pick up a hat. I want a hat so bad. They look
honestly.
good. They look really good. Also a jersey. I think I would like to rock a jersey on the cast sometime.
And then a snapback.
So.
I agree.
Exactly. But guys, well, since we kind of have touched on all of this, let's go ahead and tell you where, if you need to find out updates for anything that happened, such as what we experienced yesterday, make sure you are following Evasion on all of the socials. You can find them at Twitter, Evasion_GG on Instagram and TikTok. Also, if you are looking to watch back any of the VODs, you can find those on youtube.com/EvasionGG. All right, gentlemen. I think that does it for the pre-show stuff. Are you gentlemen about, let's recap what happened yesterday, because unfortunately you guys were not here. I did have two other co-hosts with me yesterday for it.
Yeah.
We saw a lot happened in the very first round. Let's take a look at the scores. The scores were tallied up based off of the information that we got from the end. All of the competitors were in extract when we finished Customs Rat Run. So the battle mods did a great job going through, getting that information, and tallying up the scores. So as it stands right now, we have Escapegasm sitting at 56 points, leading the pack. Not very, very close behind is Blitzer Girl with 51. In third place would be iRed7 with 34, and Insanity with 29.5. Very, very close still. We still have 3 rounds to go today, so it is anyone's game. And after the break that we had there yesterday, it's going to be one of those situations where we are going to see how quickly they can bounce back into competitive mode today. Because with, when you take a break, it does kind of hinder your mentality a little bit, So what, Spectre, if this happened to you, if you were in a competition, you had to have a delay, and then you were brought back, what would you, how would you mentally prepare for this?
So that's actually something I was thinking about today, thinking about resuming Group D. And I think there's kind of 2 facets here. One is, yes, it takes you out of the competitive mindset. It takes you out of your groove a little bit. But the interesting thing about this specific challenge for Season 5 is your first 2 maps that we've already completed are the more strategic, very different rule sets where you're not as focused on the PvP aspect. Today, we're going to be starting directly into the Chad raid. We're going directly into the PvP modes. So I think it could actually help them a little bit because some of these competitors, that's their specialty is run and gun, stack bodies, get kills. So I think starting off on Interchange today might get them that little bit of reset to go straight into the PvP, and it might actually help them for these 3 challenges we have coming up tonight.
Very true, because Customs does kind of force them to play a little bit different, and it could maybe mess them up mentally doing that Customs run. So this might be a benefit to them being able to go straight into their Chad runs. We have a lot of competitors today that are specifically shift Wers. And getting right into that, I mean, Interchange is all about the Chad run. It's all about getting in there, murdering things. Now, do you think them not having those warm-up matches are going to be affecting them, Party Pineapple? Do you think that they've been warming up before the show and they should be good to go?
Well, I think that the streamers have had ample opportunity to be able to warm up as well, but I do think that having a fresh start like they have today to just dive right into the PvP stuff is going to give them a good breath of fresh air to just go right into it and just go balls to the wall.
Yeah, very true. And with this map too, there's a lot of points because not only do the competitors have the ability to get points from kills, they also have high value loot that they're going to be going for. And with that high value loot can come a lot of points. We saw it in NA when people picked up a lot of gold chains over in the lockers. But do me a favor, Spectre, go ahead and tell the people exactly what they're going to be experiencing in this Chad run on Interchange.
All right, so we are going into the Interchange Chad Run. Obviously, we're going to be on Interchange during the day. Our time limit is 25 minutes. The objective is PMCs are tasked with killing everything and getting high-tier loot items. For the rules, the loadout is anything they want with a max of 2 stems and 2 grenades, no more. They're not allowed to bring a GL, a Mark 18, any thermals, and they're not allowed to have a run-through. They will get points from killing a scav for 1 point, a PMC for 1 point, total of 3 points if they kill the PMC and get the tag, 5 points for killing Killa, 5 points for an extract, and 2 points for each of the listed bonus items here.
So, yes, a lot of bonus points. Now, we do know that from the scores that have been tallied up, I mean, Instanty is going to be the one I think I'm most looking forward to how he plays. He knows that he's down a little bit. Do you think it would be smarter here, Party, to go for the high tier loot and try to hit like the lockers and maybe play around the outside? Or do you think going full Chad is the way?
I think a good mix of the two would definitely be in Instanty's favor. He's the underdog right now. He's at the bottom of the bracket, but he's definitely not out. Like we said before briefly, as we go throughout these rounds, we're going to see a lot more and more scores putting into their scoreboards and whatnot, putting him into the middle, putting him up towards the top. I think that putting himself into the map, getting him established, getting with the bonus items, and getting in a good position for potential PvP is going to put him in a really good position.
Yeah, and I think so too. He's got the most to gain from this. So as long as he doesn't get taken out early by any unforeseen circumstances, and hopefully maybe taking out one of the leaders, because remember the top 2 are going to be moving on to our semifinals. So guys, take it away here as we load in with the competitors.
All right.
All right, we are starting off our Interchange Raid, listening here to Instanty, getting this near front of Idea Spawn. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, we're just now joining in, these competitors have all 4 loaded in together into the same raid. They will have 1 minute to separate from each other, and at that point, the raid will be declared hot, and anything goes. They're allowed to engage each other if they so choose after that first minute.
Looks like we see Instant actually doing like we just mentioned, just hopping right on in, pre-metting his way up the escalators. Red 7 appeared to have taken the back burner. Raid has just gone hot, we've been noticed. Red 7's going to make his way back. Instant going over near the lockers. We'll see how things pan out.
The raid's hot.
I read 7 thinking maybe I don't want to rush in there with everybody else. Maybe I'm going to take a wide loop around this thing.
Just gonna go around, maybe see if he can get some bonus items before he heads on in. See if he can hear anything as well from his area. Instant just going balls to the wall. Look for that GPU, those bonus items. Remember, those are 2 points each if you do find them. And we got Escape and Blitzer down in the garages as well. I'm not sure if they're in the same garages. We will keep you guys updated.
I do like that we are seeing the 2 different playstyles, a mix of going straight into the middle of the map, and also I read 7 here doing the stash thing, looking for those loot spawns.
Yeah, I agree. It's always nice to see the brackets always have a good balance between the different types of playstyles. Every so often you do get a bracket that's full of Chads, or it just so happens that everybody tends to play the same style, whatnot, on the same situation. We're going to tune on Escape real quick. Just going to see if he can master the sandbags, taking some shots. Looks like his legs are out. He's going to pop a PK real quick and see how things go. Keeping his head down. Very, very good trick.
I like that. That's a pro move there, keeping your head down, avoiding that headshot.
Some awareness right there. Now, got grenade sounds popping off. Could this be a potential killer? Blitzer girl getting some kills over by the cafe. Looks like that was a scav as well. Movement over on Escape screen. Over on the right side, he's going to reposition behind the cargo container. Nade out. Man, these bogs, they're dangerous, man. Gotta be careful when you pull them.
Certainly have to be more careful throwing a VOG, because your time to escape a bad grenade is much, much shorter.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be. Ooh, taking some shots. This guy is just pinning them down over near the forklift.
Nice shot.
Oh, you take him out? Wow.
I don't know if he killed him, but he definitely hit him.
That was a very nice shot. Not sure if it was the kill, like you said. It's gonna reposition, see what we can do in his favor. Does have that leg out. Luckily, he doesn't have the double damage bug. I don't know about you guys. I always get the double damage bug. Alright, let's see if he can confirm. We got Blitzer girl down your bottom right over near Rasmussen. See if she can pick up that GPU. Unfortunately, it was just a CPU. Sag.
Did that man eat a headshot?
Did he eat that headshot? Yeah, I feel your pain, brother. It's gonna stitch his leg back on. You got IRED 7 down your bottom right now. Making his way in from the outskirts.
Alright.
So I don't know about the highway right now. See if you can pick up some scav kills. Maybe hit those stashes over nearby. Now, I feel him going for the passive thing, going for the items and whatnot, but he's also putting himself in a sandwich position between the mall and the people. Ooh, there we go. Escape, popping the shots off. Looks like his adversary tried to push up a bit.
Alright, change the plans.
No way, look at
I
that.
should be looting, but whoa.
Red 7.
On a rumble.
See somebody up in the tower, huh?
Alright.
Instant
Reset.
switching on over.
Reset.
I love the energy from Escapegasm. He says, I should be
yeah.
looting,
It's
but
in there. Fuck
I'm
my
ready
life.
for the fight. He's ready to get into it.
Oh yeah.
My head. Ow.
I feel like his gameplay is saying enough for you guys. Red 7 down the bottom. Looks like he's going to confirm what he saw up in the tower. Look at that.
Ooh.
Big bada boom.
Very
PMC
nice.
down, and Escape gets some action as well on the scabs. Very nice. Looks like he just came upon a little scab spawn. Red 7 picking up the PMC kill. Blitzer get into a fight. Let's see if this is an AI. Possible PMC. Did not get any ID on him. Very angry scav. Maybe Killa? Have you guys ever seen Killa near the furniture store, chat? Where's the wackiest place you guys have seen him?
I've got to say, I like... Oh, Blitzer picking up a gold chain there. That's going to get her a couple points. And another.
Ooh. See, there we go.
So
That's
she
what
will
we're
get
talking
2
about.
points. 2 points
Yeah,
for each of
get
those
the 2
gold chains if
points in.
she secures them.
Wow. We're getting the RNGs right now. Yo, look at that. 3 gold chains on the spawn. This is what we're saying. Gotta get in, get to the area, get the spawns in, get yourself set up for some potential PvP, because she's gonna have some action if she stays there that much longer.
So let me ask you, Party, how do you feel about her decision to bring in the Epsilon container to this?
I'm not sure the situation that led her up to it, but I'm actually questioning it myself. Now, what usually do people use the Epsilon anymore, other than having a non-EOD edition?
Okay, so
there we go.
Garlem saying she's playing on a standard account, so it's an up-and-coming account, it seems.
There we go. The benefits of going through
Maybe
your
I
task
just-
line. I'll tell you guys, the first, I think it was 2 wipes I played, just
Nice.
completely ignored
if I
all the
pick up
tasks
Sim,
and went
can
for
I
the
use
PvP. It's a very, very lonesome road.
Sick. Jokes. Alright.
I mean, standard and attorney, she is kind of just all flexing out there, huh? Let me get the angle on the med store. See what's going on here.
I was still not on.
She said she doesn't
Maybe we
need
should keep it that way.
she doesn't need the handicap of the EOD account. She'll do this on
Oh yeah,
basic
big props.
account.
Red 7 getting this fight with a scab right here. Blitzer getting some action over near the medical station, throwing a nade in. Ooh, taking a bunch of shots. Gets shot in the gut, heavy bleed. Blitzer going back and forth.
Come on, Red. Come on, Red.
Nade in, he's
Stay with it,
bleeding all
Red.
over
Stay
the
with
place.
it. Stay alive.
Headshot. Oh, swapping armor and he
no.
goes down
Oh,
on the
no.
swap. Woo!
Trying to hot swap the armor and it cost him.
It happens, man. Those scavs are nuts recently. GG's.
I love it. For the first time in a long time, the scavs are actually scary again. Also, losing Instanti, we'll have to figure out what happened to him.
He went down over.
Maybe to Blitzer Girl. Is that what happened here?
Hey, mama.
We shall see. Escape heading over towards the escalators down. Oh, she did take him down.
I did.
Woo! Blitzer taking down the other competitor. We got Instant T down. Big Chad energy right there. I don't even think she touched his armor.
And then there were 2.
Another scav down here.
It's always an interesting pivot point in the raids as well. As we're getting a little bit through. We got 16 minutes left in the raid, and you understand so far, Spectre, that there's other players on the map that are going through the scav spawns. Most people have already gone through the loot rooms, possibly these objective spawns they're looking for with the bonus items. What would you be doing right now to basically get your little contingency plan going?
You know, I don't know. I think as Blitzer Girl, she's claimed one of the competitors already. She doesn't know that Red's out. We're still pretty early into the raid, so she can still anticipate getting in the fights. But one of the things that always needs to be in the back of your mind during an interchange raid is keeping an eye out for the scav army.
I'm guessing they would.
For those of you who have not played a lot of late raid interchange lately, you can very quickly get overwhelmed with scavs, player scavs, which can get you points, but it can also very quickly get you overwhelmed and put you in a position you can't be successful in. So I think the key here, exactly, the key here for our competitors is managing their time, keeping an eye on the clock, and trying to get a good idea of where the PMC movement is, whether or not any are left in raid, and Just try and manage the map.
Exactly. We've said it time and time again, especially on Interchange, time management is key for here. If you get bogged down in all these scavs, you might have all the points, but they might put you in a situation where you might have to hobble out with a few seconds left for your counter, or you might not even make it out for your extraction counter.
Yeah, and kind of want to hit power,
Alright.
but at the same time,
We're probably running somebody else now, but it's all good.
Swap on over to Escape. Looks like he went for the big flank, and his homeboy is not here. Maybe we'll run into him in a little bit.
The moment we hit the power, you know, chat.
Yeah, I feel that one. That's why I don't hit power.
I'm just gonna farm scavs at this point.
Quick update on the scoreboard. Both iRed7 and Instanti got 3 points in this raid. Unfortunately, they got taken out pretty quick. So we'll see if either Escapegasm or Blitzer Girl can make a lot of points in this raid and kind of distance themselves from their competitors here.
Player down there. I was running in.
Yeah, this is their opportunity to widen the gap.
I think it was. I grabbed the tag.
It's funny how both these competitors have been going, weaving in and out of the map, going in between the mall. It's interesting to see how people go throughout Interchange, especially for a longer time player, seeing how people have gone through the expansions of different maps and the adaptations and whatnot. Interchange hasn't really changed, so it's cool to see the different variations of players and experiences go throughout things. Now keep in mind, everybody, first 2 people do go and move on to the next bracket as well. So maybe the top 2 from this bracket will move on towards the semi.
That's a good point about Interchange. And it makes me wonder, do you think their pathing for this challenge, knowing they're in the tournament, has changed? Or do you think they're generally taking the same route that they normally would?
Well, it seems like both these competitors that are here right now, they're pretty comfortable with their pathing. They understood they either had a plan going into place or they already go through this run already. Now, Interchange, like I said, hasn't really changed too much, but the variation in pathing and the variation in how different playstyles come together on this map is really an interesting thing to me, because you see, I don't really see many people going throughout the same pathing. Blitzer's gone from bonus item to bonus item to bonus item. Escape is just running the PvP and whatnot. So I don't know if this really shows the type of player orient that they show themselves with, going towards loot or going towards PvP first, but ooh, we got a potential fight popping up as well. Looks like it was just a scav.
Might be below it.
A scav that did some damage, though. Looks like she got a little heavy bleed from that.
Right in the stomach. These scavs this raid are just going for all their stomachs. Now, Escape has just been all over Goshan. Started same place as everybody else. Keep in mind, everybody starts in the same place on this map, so they all had to choose their path in here somewhere. He's gone over towards the power station, possibly trying to find the people going over near there. If the power goes on while you are inside the mall, you can see some of the lights turn on, maybe get in an advantageous position. And jeez, these scavs are just creeping everywhere now too.
Blitzer Girl absolutely displaying what an insane fighter and a just monster of a TARKOV player she is with that quick flick onto the scav.
Just seamless, not even thinking about it either. Yeah, here's that classic TARKOV sound. There we go.
Very nice. It's almost mechanical. It is so, her aim is so precise and so quick. It's almost robotic.
Once you get in tune with things, it's just, you just point and click, And honestly, like there's so many opportunities with this game to be able to learn how to be a better player and how to be a better aimer. If I can give one point of advice for people that are starting off with this game, is just learn how to point fire. Your gun is always shouldered in this game, so the first bullet that you're going to pop off is generally going to go towards the very center of your screen. If you drop an item to your feet, you'll see that little dot that goes on your perception dot for your PMC. You can use that as a little hip fire dot if you're in a sticky situation or something like that. Usually I've used it in the past to be able to utilize where that point of dot is. You can use it on different trees and whatnot when you're looking around. Just look around at different trees while you're walking around. You'll honestly just get better aiming just by doing that. Little mini aim trainer in itself. I think the perception dot is incredibly underutilized in this game.
There's tons of scouts around here.
So we see that our competitors have kind of switched places now. Blitzer Girl arriving at the backside of Ollie and near Goshen, an area that Escapegasm stacked up some scav bodies on. She saw his carnage, and I would think that they're trying to find each other, but having a little trouble with it.
I should actually hit the...
Yeah, they're doing the classic little sniper trades with the movement and whatnot. Escape just making his way towards the middle atrium. Blitzer's just, again, she's just going all around the map, trying to find those bonus items. Maybe she could pick up a 4th gold chain. See how it goes. Another scab goes down, though. That mutant is just so good.
I have noticed that the BP round, it seems, the past few days for me, I've got 2 tapped through a slick by 76239 BP. It is really strong right now.
Oh, could this be a killer, or is that just the mutant doing its accuracy thing? This could be interesting right here. Escape, getting the PMC kill.
Escapegasm. Great job.
Now it's in full auto. Chill.
Now we're in full auto, he says. We might have had a little bit of potato action. It's okay. He was in the smaller screen. We didn't see a thing. We didn't see the rate of fire.
Hey, he got the kill. That's
Nice
what matters here.
Oh, yeah. Look down, all of a sudden, I just see him clocking a dude in the face with M61. Very nice pickup. That is the killer kill to confirm on the Blitzer bottom. Wow. I'm actually amazed that she made it through that. Killer usually just lights me up once he sees me. Woo.
That's actually the first time I've ever seen him in the garage area. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think that she got very lucky spotting him there. Although, I do have to say, once you understand where most of the bosses spawn, they're going to be in that general area if they're in that part of the map, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, probably about 5 minutes now. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go for extract now. How long ago?
Blitzer Girl calling out that she's going to head to extract. She's got the killer kill. That's a bonus 5 points right there. She's got a PMC kill. She's got a lot of scab kills. So she's in a good place to go ahead and run to extract and also get the extraction point bonus.
I think I can do it.
Yeah, and that's an extra 5 points for exfilling. They got 6 minutes left on the board. Looks like Escape is actually going to be making his way over towards the idea area. Possibly picking up maybe a GPU spawn before he heads on out. See how it goes. He does not know that's already been searched out, though. It's going to be about the point in time where all these scavs are going to start popping out, so they're really going to watch their movement.
Very nice. Escapegasm. Looked like he took out a couple of scabs there, didn't it?
Yeah, spooky. All they needed was a mask right there. All I saw was one. Was there more than one? Holy moly.
Alright, we're dipping.
It's the classic TARKOVs, scabs spawning inside of each other, like the 2 or 3. Sitting there rotating on like factory or whatnot back in the day. Oh man. Now, something I gotta point out is Escape has been going in this loop around this side of the map, you know, probably about 2 or 3 times now. I think that's pretty cool that he's comfortable with this side of the map. He understands that he's kind of more or less kind of claimed the area. You know, he's got it in his mental map, and he's understand there was a guy around here. I don't actually know what happened to the other guy. Possibly ran to another competitor. Possibly he bailed once he realized that Escape backed off. What do you think, Spectre?
This is where
You know, I'm curious about that too. I'm wondering if the PMC he just killed a little while ago was that guy that he eventually ran back into, or if that player made it out. It's so hard to tell when you get distanced from another player on the map. Unless you got a really, really good look at what they were wearing, it's hard sometimes to know if they just got away or if they managed to run back into you down the road.
Yeah, I agree. It's really difficult unless you get your face full of like a green tracer or the 308 tracer. Then you could usually judge it's the same guy. But other than that, armor or guessing the caliber that they were using is really all you can really go off of. Looks like you might have seen something. See how things go. Now, usually, you're only going to see PMCs coming down this area. So he must have seen something nice and juicy. There we go from the battle mod 3-minute warning. If you guys do not know, each of these competitors do have a battle mod assigned to them with the evasion team as well. Feel free to go on over, say hi. They are the point of contact between us and the competitors as well. They do a lot of hard work and a lot of volunteering of their time to make this all happen. Make sure you show some love.
Absolutely. The event would not be possible without the battle mods. Not only are they critical in keeping score for the event, tallying up everything that these competitors do in their matches, they're also a huge asset to the competitor themselves by being a time clock, being a quick go-to for rules clarification, letting them know where they're at in the raid, what they can expect. Battle mods do a phenomenal job behind the scenes for these events.
Looks like Escape is going to make his way out through the backpack exfil, hole in fence.
We didn't die.
G's indeed. Yeah, 5 points on the board for the exfil. Hell of a round for Escape. Thanks. Very well done.
And we're out.
Really great showing by all the competitors today. I mean, unfortunately, you know, Instanty got a little, we're not quite sure, like, ran into Blitzer. And nobody ever wants to be on the other end of Blitzer's gun. And then Red getting taken out by those just absolute Terminator scavs outside. Unfortunately, trying to switch out the armor and just was getting lit up the entire time and went down. You never want to see that, especially because they're in third and fourth place, so they want to be trying to push forward, and we're kind of hoping that the first and second place players would be taken out so they could get a little bit ahead. Something I do want to point out, what do you think, Party Pineapple, about everybody's pathing there? It seemed like Blitzer and Escape towards the end, they just kept circling, like, you know, switching spots. Do you think that was probably the best way that they could have played that, by moving up and down through the mall?
I think that vertically they probably saved themselves a fight right there. It was really interesting to see how Escape was moving a little bit more passively around the map, a little more articulating with his movements and whatnot. And Blitzer just had a plan. She was just gunning it, going for it, hitting all the spots and whatnot. And we see how things go. They were dancing for a little bit. So I think in their best favor, probably worked out for their points and whatnot. But I would have really liked to see that fight.
Yeah, I kept hoping that fight was going to come, especially a few times they moved a little bit into the range of where they were like getting close, and then they just kind of spread out and went away. Now, onto unfortunately, you know, Instanty and Red being a little bit further behind. What do you think, Spectre, that they need to do the next 2 rounds to really kind of like get their gears going and dig in?
They definitely have their work cut out for them. We can see their positions on the scoreboard here. I think it being me, especially going into this next raid, as we'll see here in a little bit, I'm going to try and be the first in this next raid. I'm going to try and blitz through this next challenge and just go as hard as I possibly can to make sure I come out on top of this next raid. In order for one of them to be competitive here, they're going to have to really focus on these last two objectives. It is absolutely possible for them to overcome their higher placed competitors here, but they are going to have to stay focused. They're going to have to hard charge it.
Yeah, very true. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our standings as of now after going through the interchange map. Looks like Blitzer Girl has managed to pull out that lead, moving with 79 points. Picking up Killa obviously was a lot of points, and also getting very lucky with the 3 gold chains inside of the lockers. Some good RNG there, allowing her to push forward to 79 points. Scapegasm still very, very close with 72. It is a huge battle for first and second. And remember, first and second do move on to our semifinals that have been adjusted because of the issues with the servers yesterday across the board in EU, having a lot of issues. So all of that has been adjusted. So they'll be going next. I believe we'll have tomorrow, and then we'll have next Saturday and Sunday. So as it stands right now, so far it's going to be Blitzer and Escape, but there are still 2 more rounds. And if either one of them gets taken out early, that opens the door for Red 7 and Instanti to move forward and get into it. So I still have faith in Red, and I still have faith in them that they can pull it back, but it needs a little bit of that TARKOV luck. We all know how TARKOV is. TARKOV giveth, TARKOV taketh away, and TARKOV has been giveth to Escape and Blitzer Girl. So at any moment, she could just take it away. Well, let's go ahead and look at our next competition because we're going to get right into it today. This is a little bit of a race. We're going into Die Hard Delivery on Shoreline. This is a very interesting one because normally it's all about maximizing your time in raid. This one is a little bit different. Spectre, when you're thinking about a race in Tarkov, are you going to be trying to get out and be the first one out, especially if you're our 3rd and 4th place competitor?
I think that would definitely be my strategy. Knowing how much ground I need to cover and knowing how big the bonus is to get out, and especially having the benefit of hindsight and looking back at some of the previous heats in this competition, it's really, really hard to stay in raid and overcome that extraction bonus with whatever kills you're able to get. So that would definitely be my objective, is to be the first one out, blitz through it as fast as I possibly can.
Now, Party, let me ask you real quick before we get into exactly what they're going to be doing. Are you trying to go to the bottom 2 locations? Like, where are you trying to drop your batteries?
So I think that it really comes down to the standing that they're going in for right now. I think that if you're in 3rd and 4th position right now, you really need to get that first exfil, get in, get out, get your batteries, get your 3 enemy kills. And honestly, I think it really depends on the spawn they're going into. Personally, for me, I think that going outside the resort is going to be their best bet so that they get away from the other players that are not the competitors. But I think that really comes down to the mindset these players are going to be in and their loadout as well. Personally, like I said, I would go down away from the resort and just go with your picking from there. Who knows? There might be a lot of players, might be Sanitar. We'll see how it goes.
Very true. Very true. Well, go ahead and very quickly tell exactly what the people at home can be watching and expecting from this round, please, Party.
Absolutely. We got group players coming in. This is going to be Die Hard Delivery on Shoreline. This is your first time popping in for this. Again, they'll be spawning as a group. Shoreline day with 25 minutes for these 4 PMCs. These PMCs are going to be going in and racing to exfil, delivering 2 car batteries to any of the eligible spots on the map. They also have to kill 3 enemies on this map. This could be scavs or PMCs. If you do not place both batteries and kill 3 enemies, you will disqualify yourself from extraction points. The rules for this competition rule set are the loadout is going to be any weapon and armor for these PMCs. They have to wear a pilgrim bag with 2 car batteries taken in as well. They are allowed 2 stims and 2 grenades max. They're not allowed a GL or MK18, no flares, reap by RT7s, and no run-throughs, obviously. Now, for the vehicle list, we'll get to that in 1 second. Those will be the objectives for the battery placements. 1 scav and 1 guard kill will give you 1 point each. A PMC will give you a point. A PMC kill with a tag will be 3. A Sanitar will be 5 points. And exfils will be very important here with 10 points to the first exfil, 6 to the second, third gets 3, and the last gets 1.
Well, casters,
All right,
go
so we
ahead
are
and take it away
in
because they are
raid.
in.
We are in raid with listening to Red 7 now. Trying to figure out where we spawned. It looks like maybe close to weather station.
Oh yeah, looks like we got the sandwich spawn over near the radar station. Yeah, in the middle of the field, gives them good ample opportunity to go to any point in the map. They can go to the resort, do whatever they like there. We saw Instant actually pop into SJ6 in the beginning to get the extra run speed. I'm gonna just zoom out of there, get out of there before the raid gets hot on his end. Got Escape and Blitzer heading off in a different direction. Red 7 doing the same things before, taking a little back burner, going along the wall, seeing how the other competitors are gonna play it out.
I like seeing that again from Red. Definitely trying to distance himself from the pack and potentially set himself up for an Overwatch position.
And not go directly because there's a spawn here.
Yeah, great. Gives them a little bit more information, know-how on the map. Sigma, thank you very much for the 20 gifted subs towards Evasion. If you guys got any of the gifted subs, make sure you thank Sigma. And make sure you check out Sigma as well. She is the head of the organization that we have going on with Evasion. The raid is hot, by the way. We've just been told. Looks like Instant's going to pop down the Sniper Scav over by Power Station. Any of the competitors can now engage each other. Looks like we might get a little fight between possibly Instant and Blitzer. We'll see how things go. Looks like Escape here is something as well. It might possibly be another competitor.
That's not very good.
I think it's very likely that we're about to see a fight here.
Oh, I am ready. I've been waiting for this one, Spectre. Brian, thank you for the 5 gifted subs as well. Darkest Stare, thank you for the bits. Guys, thank you for the love. Appreciate it. Thank you for supporting Evasion. Yeah, here we go. The tension is building. Let's see how things pop off between all of these. Instant actually popped out a grenade. Looks like that audio is popping off on Red 7's screen. You can see how far away he is from there. He's going to actually approach himself toward the admin building. Maybe go toward the checkpoint. Keep in mind, guys, you can go toward the UN truck in the admin building, the ambulance in resort, the car bridge at power. You can go to the green truck at gas station crossroads as well. These are all available options for these players to place down their car batteries. Looks like Blitzer is actually going towards the green truck at gas station right now.
So we are listening to Blitzer Girl now, closing in, as Party said, on one of the vehicles that she can plant her batteries at. Popping the stem, getting ready for this run. She doesn't want to get caught out in the open here.
He's got the right idea. Pre-painting, just zooming all around this map like Interchange before. Red 7 also down the bottom left. Just getting a little kill right there after placing his car battery. Instancy actually just near him as well as Red 7 dips out the back. Instant's going to go into West Wing.
I like this. We got 3 competitors very much in sync here, dropping 3 different batteries at 3 different locations at the exact same time. Let's see where they go from here.
Yeah, looks like we had 2 competitors that were going to go near the resort, and then 1 backs away. I figured that we would see 50-50, you know, 2 competitors going towards the resort like we normally see. But I always love to see that little off-cue little fight, you know? It's always good to see that the resort isn't the whole source of action on this map anymore. Oh, this is actually getting some fights into a duo!
Oh, it's Sandy! Oh, with the double kill! Let's go!
Very nice.
It's
MP5
dropping
point
2
down.
PMCs.
Wow. Incredible. No, he
Big
sees
hype.
the door
Let's
was
see
open
some
first,
hype in
and he
chat.
just lights it up. Wow.
What a play with one magazine, dropping both players, hiding out in the room. Great job by Instanti.
Oh yeah, this boy didn't even know what hit him. If any of you guys are curious about the scores, you can see the counter for the timer in these competitors raised down below with just over 21 minutes. You can also see the scores are going by. They may not be completely up to date, but they are as up to date as we can make them for you guys. I'll switch over to Red 7. Instancy is also going to be in your bottom. We'll see how things pop off. He sees some action. Red 7 might get some shots on Instant in a second. Going prone. He's going to pick his shot.
Oh! Red! Taking out Instanti!
There we go. A little redemption for Red 7, taking down a fellow competitor. Unfortunate for Instanti.
Oh, man. That's going to really, really knock the wind out of Instanti. Coming down off that high of getting 2 PMC kills and then getting ambushed here by Red. This is exactly what we needed to see, though. This is the opportunity for Red to pull himself back up into position and compete with Instanti. Instanti cannot get any of those exfil bonus points now. He did get some player kills. He's got some points on the board already. But this is Red's opportunity to really, really close that gap now.
I agree. He is doing the honor of putting his competitor stuff in the bush. Always good sportsmanship from our competitors as well. If you guys haven't checked out anybody, please go to the competitors' channels. Go give them a follow. Go say hi from the Evasion. Go give them some love. They all deserve it. They are well vetted. And no matter the score, no matter the performance from these guys, they are awesome players, awesome content creators.
Oh, looks like I'm late to the party, dudes.
Escape Chasm, noticing that some batteries have already been placed in that location. Now, having that information, do you think that's going to change the way he plays Party, knowing that he's possibly following the same footsteps as these other competitors?
Absolutely, there's a benefit to every sort of playstyle. Being a little bit on the back end, like Red 7 was able to learn the map knowledge and learn the sounds and whatnot, to put himself in a great position to make things happen. Escape can be a little advantageous and a little bit slicker with getting his spots in and having a little bit more luck with running into other competitors or running into other players and whatnot. He's going to really set himself in a good position towards getting more information around the map, possibly getting himself set up for the end of this round's exfils as well as the next time, getting himself set up in the scoreboard. Now,
so it looks like, yeah. So we might finally get that fight we've been looking for. I don't know. Red kind of knocked out Instanti with that much of a fight. Let's see if we can get more back and forth here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of funny how Escape is now pretty much just filling in the shoes that Instant had just left, and now Red 7 is basically where Escape just was. So we're seeing another one of these dances going on. Is he going to find the other competitor's body? Escape, that is. Blitzer girl, seeing some action. Looks like she's on her way to exfil, seeing something going on. Looks like another duo. Possibly PMCs.
Ooh.
I think it's too early
I can't tell what happened.
Player scabs. Looks like we got at least one drop. Might be the other one down. What do you think?
She's pushing like she got both of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's one. There's two. Let's go. PMCs. Two PMC kills for Blitzer.
Wow. Man, these competitors are just clearing the map right now.
I'm playing ball today.
GG's, Blitzer girl.
Ooh. Here's another crucial point. Over near the tunnel exfil. Is there going to be one of those sneaky scabs?
Alright, cool.
Now, I know normally people, when they come to the...
We're at 10 points, so I might have to farm fucking scabs to like the next...
It's completely fine.
Cool. Good chat.
No, that's the cool thing that we see about this map in particular. Is a lot more objective based. So no matter what the fights that you get into, the timing and everything might still lead you towards a first place exfil. Especially with the size of the map and how random these things can go. Like I was saying before with Tunnel, you might not think that there's an exfil camper. You know, there might be one. There might be somebody sitting in a bush nearby, or somebody just spawned there as well. Scavs, player scavs tend to spawn near an active player sometimes.
What do you say?
Well, remember, there's a lot of points on for grabs for the first person to extract.
So the battle mod reminding the competitor there, hey, maybe nobody else has extracted yet. You might get those 10 points for going ahead and dipping out.
7 scavs to make up that difference.
Okay. 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 So I'm gonna get, if I extract 10 points, if I extract first, 10 points.
10 if you're first, yes.
10 if you're first, and then.
So I'm thinking here, how dynamic would your play, how dynamic would your game plan be coming into the Shoreline Spectre? Would it be a little more dependent on, like you said before, going through the area and seeing the car batteries placed already, or are you just gonna stick to your guns and keep doing what you're doing because you might still get that first or second exfil point?
Is that enough?
Well, actually, these are about to get no fight.
Yeah,
Maybe 10 more scabs. Never mind.
Oh! It's like a little third-party action. Red 7 taking some shots from a bush. This is what we we're just talking about. Blitzer girl right on it as well. She's going for him. She is just. Oh, Red 7
Oh,
hears
you
her.
need to get healed, Red. Get healed. He hears her.
What's going on?
I think he hears her coming.
With the reload. Oh, and he goes down! First shot for Blitzer gets him in the face. Oh, man.
No freaking way.
Funny said it. You do not want to be on the other side of Blitzer Girl's gun.
There were 2, I would say.
He's quick with it.
I don't know where the fuck he is.
Oh, he doesn't realize. He doesn't realize. He thought it was a 2-man team. She just responded to it so quickly. Fantastic job by Red. Getting ambushed there, but still picking up the kill, fighting through it, getting ready for the second. Unfortunately, he was just in a very disadvantageous position there. But GG's to Red. Great plays there.
Yeah, both of them did the best that they could on both ends. Unfortunately, Blitzer just has a flick and a half. And Red just wasn't completely healed. I'm not sure if he got one to the face, but if he was already damaged on the thorax, that shot would have just taken him out. Escape popping out another point. Let's see if that was a PMC so we can get that extra 2 points. Looks like it was just a scab though. Yeah, this is really weird. That scab took a few shots to take down. This might be a possible boss, maybe we'll see. I know there's definitely a PMC involved. Oh yeah, this might be a boss.
Let's not repeat that.
Blitzer Girl extracting with 4 PMC kills and tags.
Wow.
GG's Blitzer Girl.
Just dominating right now. Got one competitor left in the raid right now. Let's see what he's gonna do. Tune into him. Let's see what Escape's doing. Yeah. See how things go. He might go for the reposition. If he leaves, I don't think there's any shame in that. I don't think there's any problem with just, making sure you get the exfil points, putting the points on the board. No, you get to the point in the wipe where it seems that you have all the money that you need. Why not just go in and fight it anyway?
Passage up.
But again, these guys are in evasion right now. They are fighting for the bracket. They are fighting for cash prize at the finals as well. So you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta remember the mindset, remember the plan. Change it if you need to, but I think he's making the right call with repositioning or just getting out of there.
So, Bolt's pointing out a good point in chat here. He only has 2 kills right now, so he actually cannot extract and get the bonus points without 1 more kill. So I'm sure that's in the back of his mind. He needs to pick up 1 more kill so he can try to get those extraction bonus points.
Correct. Now he is going to go into the basement. You usually never see this. I love going down the basement. As somebody that's been playing Shoreline since it came out first day, and the expansion into the resort, if you don't utilize this spot, you really need to. People can barely hear you. As you can see right here, he's creeping through. He's got good access to the whole west wing and whatnot. And he's going to use it to his advantage. There's a PMC up at top. Let's see what he does. Possible second floor? Maybe?
Somebody just killed Senator, and it wasn't me, boys.
Ooh.
Senator confirmed. Oh,
there he is!
Oh,
yes!
Timing on that one. Nice little jump shot on that guy. I think he scared the hell out of him.
Where did you come
Is
from?
there a second? That's the
Beautiful
question.
play.
Nice
Oh, you
pick up.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
GG, my dude. Did Kaz get you confirmation points?
Third party got Sanitar before he could get there, costing him some bonus points. That's unfortunate.
Sometimes that's how things go. There's that second grenade, or there's that nade from the second that we saw before. An interesting
I need that
situation.
tag, but I'm. We do it.
He says he needs the tag, but is it worth it?
Bad
Is
idea.
it worth sacrificing those extraction
fucking
points?
idea.
Bad nade.
What? It happens to the best of us. Don't worry. Now here's the
way
thing.
bigger than it
He
looked.
said,
Trust.
"Yeah,
Okay.
there's a chunky
That's
nade."
the story I'm sticking to.
Gotta be careful with those F1 nades. They'll veer off to the left too. They hang a lot. Now, we're gonna see here. He's gonna try to fight for this second player on this duo, possible duo. Keep in mind, there might always be one more. Now, if you're that second player, Spectre, do you make yourself known like this player did, or do you wait until he goes to loot to get that extra edge?
It's hard to say. You kind of have to be in the situation and be hearing and seeing what's going on. I want to point out that Escape made a really good play there by pulling up into the stairs and waiting and listening. Instead of rushing straight in, just running around trying to find whoever was there, he took the opportunity to use his ears, which is a really, really good idea.
I agree. Pre-pain, see how things go.
Let's see if he can find this guy before he leaves.
Oh!
Oh
Yes.
no! Oh, Escape!
All right,
Oh,
I
man,
did.
dying behind cover, head top of head. As our last
Really
competitor
good
down.
movement
Wow.
by that other player.
I wouldn't have expected that player to be there, but keep in mind there is a hole that he might have dropped down from. Wow. The second floor reposition.
Mhm. What a great showing there on the Die Hard delivery on Shoreline.
Jeez.
Absolutely. The strategy that has to go into that sometimes, because we saw Blitzer Girl. She was at Extract, but she had only gotten 2 kills. Those were the 2 PMCs that she had picked up over in the open field. So she couldn't leave because she wouldn't have got any points. So we saw her leave and go back, go over to the Scav Island, hope to get, I mean, that was already, as soon as I saw her going over the bridge to Scav Island, I was losing it. I was like, what are you doing, Blitzer?
What's going on?
Why are you going over there? Then she comes back across, hears Red get into the fight, and then pushes that, gets Red for her 3rd point, and poor Red was already super hurt. Spectre, I want to know, what was your moment from that map? What was the moment for you? Like, what was your hype moment from that?
Honestly, the biggest hype moment for me was when Instanti got that double kill in the resort. Like, he popped that door open, 2 PMCs facing him, and he laid both of them out. That's a rough situation to be in, and he just handled it and moved on, and it was beautiful.
It really, really was. Now, I want to ask you, Party Pineapple, what do you think about Red's strategy? He doesn't seem to be pushing the high-profile areas. He's playing a little bit more passively around the outside of the map. It technically has kind of been working for him. He's just gotten a little unfortunate with some of the, timing of it. So what do you think of that strategy?
Well, I think he's playing off his strengths. He's a very knowledgeable player, and he's able to manage a fight in his favor whenever possible. We saw it with Instant, honestly, right there. You saw him go prone, wait for his shot. As soon as he knew that Instant was in a spot that he couldn't get away, and he sealed his deal, that was it. So I think he's playing with his strengths, and obviously, we've seen Blitzer playing with his strengths and just going all the way through, but Red 7, just sticking with his guns and still just approaching every situation with, I think, very good expertise.
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at those updated brackets and see exactly where everyone is standing. Okay. Oh, wow. Blitzer, after that last match, really pushed out, hitting over that 100-point mark. That is something that has not happened except for one other time this season for EU, hitting 109. Then we have Escapegasm with 83, Red with 52, and then we have Instanty with 48.5. Now, like I said, 30 points on the last map is not unheard of. It's a very big map with a lot of points left on there. So I still have hope that we see a little bit of a fight for that second, place. But I mean, honestly, anything could happen. Everybody is loading onto this last map together, and they are all competing for a chance to get into the semifinals, which will then lead into the finals, where they will be getting a shot at that prize money sponsored by Battlestate Games. All of the prize money this season has been sponsored by Battlestate Games. We want to take a moment and thank them for helping us out. They get so much money for marketing every year, and the fact that they decided to use a little bit of it here to help us and help you guys and give back to the community means a lot to us. And also, if you are a streamer and you want a shot at that, make sure you are signing up. You find a partner, find somebody to play in the worldwide duos battle that will be commencing in the next few weeks. Find all of that information over on the website evasion.gg. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our next map, Bombs Over Reserve. I'm super excited for this. There's a lot that can still come up. I mean, this is when we were doing this map and we were setting this up, it was the one that I was like, I just love the thought of all of these smokes going off on top of each of these buildings. Spectre, what is your thought process? Like, if you were a scav on this map and you saw all these smokes, what would be going through your head?
If I came into a reserve raid and I saw these thick, juicy players running up to the rooftops and throwing down smoke grenades, I would be so freaked out. I would be heading for the nearest extract ASAP. Like, there's some weird stuff going on. I am out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's also one of those interesting too, where the way that this is designed, it does force the competitors to move around the entire map. They can't get comfortable in any one spot because they do have to plant stuff in different locations from one corner of the map to the next. Spectre, go ahead and tell the people at home what they can expect from this round of the competition.
All right, for Bombs Over Reserve, we have a 30-minute time limit, and our objective is for PMCs to place a TP200 TNT brick in the control room of the underground bunker and mark the listed 5 rooftops with smoke. You must be on the rooftop you're placing the smoke grenade on. For our loadout, they can bring any weapon, but they must wear either a Zabralo or a Thor carrier and either an Alton or a Rise T helmet. They can bring any rig and backpack. They can only have a maximum of 2 stems and 2 other grenades outside of their smoke grenades. And they must bring their 5 smoke grenades and their TP200 TNT brick. They're not allowed to have a GL, a Mark 18, any thermals, and they're not allowed to have a run-through. The points that they will be marking for the smoke are Black Pawn, White Pawn, King at the highest roof, White Knight at the highest roof, and Rook by the dead scav. The TP200 location is in the control room of the underground bunker, which is where you turn on the power for the D2 extract. Their points will be 1 for every scav, raider, or guard kill, 1 for every PMC kill, 3 points if they kill the PMC and secure the tag, 2 points each for every one of their tasks that they complete, a 5-point for a Gluhar kill, and a 5-point bonus for extracting. Now, here's the key to this map. We can have a double extract bonus point if you activate and use the bunker hermetic door. This has actually come into play to be a deciding factor in previous events during this season. So that's something to keep an eye out on, is the double extract bonus.
Yep, and that's very true. It's one of the things that has been a constant through all of our reserve maps here at Evasion. Every time we put a competition on in it and we do reserve, the double extract bonus using the hermetic door is one of my absolute favorite things, because we have we have so much insanity ensue at that extract. We've had people camping in the back of the truck. We've had people literally getting shot at as the timer's going down, and they're just like, no, let me out. And then they get out. So, and it's also one of those things that allow, like, 10 points is a lot of points and can be a huge swing in your placement. We've seen that time and time again. And it's one of the reasons that I love reserve so much. But let me ask you this, party. Speaking of having to go into the underground, how do you approach the underground if you play on reserve?
So the way that I usually treat underground on reserve is more of like a tunnel system. Usually I won't sit there and usually people will rat out and the whole time and go D2 or something like that. It's definitely a viable option, but I think that as they've tweaked these spawns for the raiders and scavs going throughout, I think that's good to be able to go into a building, use the tunnels, pop out into another building. I think you might see the competitors utilizing that one as opposed to just running over the open ground on top.
Very true. Well, I believe that all of our competitors are getting ready. They are loading up now. So, casters, get ready to take it away.
All right, so here we go. Listening to iRed7. Again, all of our competitors are spawning in together. Ooh, here in the train station.
Nice spawn.
Interesting. I wonder if anybody will try and mark their... No, it looks like they're all going to try and separate first. Oh, red might be sticking around. So again, they do have to separate for 1 minute before the raid is declared hot. And it looks like red is going to take advantage of this and go ahead and place his first smoke grenade right off the rip. I think that's a good call here.
Very good call. All these competitors seem like they're going right towards a objective spot in one way or another. Looks like red 7 going for that smoke grenade over on the roof, and same plan as before, sticking to his expertise, keeping the map knowledge, keeping his cool with things. The raid is hot, by the way. Any of these competitors can engage each other. Red 7 going for that first objective as well. I think that right here, Spectre, I think Instant really needs to just make a mark right here. Maybe possibly going towards the other competitors to possibly deny them some points, doing what he needs to do to make sure he can secure a second spot, or is he just going to go throughout things, his way?
Yeah, that's the question. I mean, we've seen from Red tonight that he tends to take more of an outskirt approach. He doesn't like to get into the thick of it. He likes to keep around the periphery of the map, try and stay focused on his tasks. So I would be surprised if he changed that up now. I think he's still going to try and stay on the outskirts, stick to his objectives. But like you mentioned, he really needs a lot of points here to come back into a competitive score. So I think he's going to be at odds with his playstyle here, trying to get a good position for himself. An interesting decision to come up here to the tower.
Yeah, I agree. May not be exactly what everybody... Oh, see how things go. May not be what everybody's expecting. We're going to go over to Esgasm. See what's going on with him. Oh! S going down. He just falls to a hail of bullets right there. Unfortunate. Third party.
Wow.
Not a competitor. Blitzer getting some action.
No chance to fight.
Blitzer's in the Bishop building, I believe. There we go. Yeah. Medical building.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Very unfortunate for Escapegasm there. That is exactly what Red needed, though. Or possibly Instanti. They're both close enough that could open them up to take that second place position. Interesting.
I agree. I was going to say before.
Picking up that kill?
Oh yeah, he picks up that kill really slick too on the Vector guy. I was gonna say before the raid, I think that this is gonna be a very circumstantial raid for a few competitors to be able to put themselves in the score, you know, in the first and second place. Red 7 needs to have a certain few things happen. It feels like it's playoffs right now, you know. We got Insanity. He's got what he needed as well. S going down that early is perfect for Instant to be able to put his mark up. Go and get these points on the board with objectives, get a few PMC kills, maybe a few Raider and Scav kills, and he is getting himself in the running. Because keep in mind, you get double points for hitting the lever, and you get double points for hitting, you get double points for hitting the lever and exfilling with it. So if the button is already on, you have to go hit the lever, then go as well. 10 points, Spectre. I know we said it briefly before, but again, with 50 points, that's a fifth of your points right there.
Thank you.
I don't think that people really realize how these points add up in these rounds sometimes.
Absolutely. For instance, with Red, if he gets that double extract points and marks all of his objectives, he only needs to pick up a couple kills to potentially take that second place and move on to the semifinals. So I think he needs to stay focused. He needs to focus on his objectives, but he definitely has an opportunity to move on in the bracket. Oh no!
I agree. There we go. Blitzer going down. I believe Instant is also nearby. Looks like we got a glue car on the map.
Oh wow! Ladies and gentlemen, both of our leaders in the bracket right now are out of raid. This leads only our underdogs to complete this map. I don't think that's ever happened before.
This is exactly what we wanted to see right here. Obviously, it's very unfortunate we have our competitors in the front, but for these third and fourth players, we wanted to see them get a good running, have this a good competition. I just wish that we would have seen all these guys go at each other. That's just, I mean, for Blitzer, like, amazing PvP all day, and her gun work is just incredible, but with the extra health tacked onto these scab bosses, sometimes it just is not enough. Very well done today.
Definitely a stellar performance by Blitzer Girl. At the end of the day, everybody gets TARKOV'd now and then. Exactly. It's unfortunate when it happens. I am beside myself right now watching our two leaders get knocked out and be helpless to defend their positions on the scoreboard, and just really eager to see how Instanty and Red take advantage of that to try and secure their place in the semifinals.
This could be really interesting because I always see Reserve as more of a sniping map, but it's always very foggy. The sightlines are incredible, but we never really see too much rooftop action with these, especially once you see the smoke. People tend to dive and cover and think there's another PMC looking at them, but from what we see right here, these guys are really well tuned with the long-range gameplay, especially Red 7. He's got the Voodoo scope advantage over the holographic EO tech on Instant. And I'm actually kind of curious right now how this glue car situation is going to get approached. He's popping on the roof. See how things go. Oh.
Ooh. Oh, he sees him.
Gotta be careful. Yeah,
shots on him.
Say the time on objective. He's gonna get shots. Take it away, man.
Ooh, is he gonna make it out? Oh! Taking shots, but making it out.
Oh shit!
Oh wow,
And
Red
Red
7
taking shots.
getting tapped as soon as he takes. Oh man, Instant going for cover. Red 7 getting the third-party fire.
Wow. Oh, he's gonna push it too.
Oh, he's going.
He knows that's a competitor. He's going for him.
Oh man, now this is gonna be interesting too because there's a scab boss nearby.
Oh, I am on the edge of my seat.
Oh,
I
let's see if Red
don't
7
remember the last time something was this tense.
Let's get it going. Let's get some audio going for both these competitors. We're gonna have a blue car in the middle of these two.
Oh! Careful! Oh, careful!
He's just re-peeking all this. Are they all down? Oh, he popped them all on the wall down. Chad status right there. Going for the extra kill on the boss guard. Red 7's gonna see if he can pop his way down to the first floor. He's going up to the second floor. Oh, he's going to actually go to the last point of contact while Instant is going to go and clean up the glue car little battle right there. Confirm that there's no action where he was looking. Now we got Instant with another shot down, taking down another one.
It's Stanty, I can't take it.
I hope I'm not wrong.
It's too tense.
He is just, this level 6 armor is doing work right now. We got 22 minutes left, plenty of time to duke this out and make it happen. Red 7's going to be repositioning him around, see if he can put himself into this fight as well.
Oh! It's Stanty going off on the Gluhar squad.
Annihilating these guys.
Myself.
Keep in mind, he's killed 2 inside, 3 inside? He's killed 3 inside, so we're looking for 3 outside. All right. Wow, he is just... Oh, he's still got a mag full. What a Chad.
I am so impressed with Insanity just committing to these fights, being sure that he stays in it to get the kills. He's not scared of these bodyguards. I would be terrified at this point. He's just sticking it out for the fight, and it is paying off big time for him here.
Oh, yeah. Something we mentioned earlier with Red 7, with Instanti. I mean, these guys are very, very good at what they're doing. They know... Oh, Red 7 goes out with a nade out of nowhere.
No!
Instanti going towards the bunkers. Oh, Red 7 out of the round.
That's a player.
Got TARKOV, man. Ooh.
Ich habe keinen Sound.
Big ups to Red 7 for his performance today.
Me?
Very good player, very knowledgeable. I think Instanti is going to pop upon possibly the guy that killed Red 7. It's going to go down, actually, towards down. Maybe check out the D2 area. See how things go.
Wow. Unfortunate for Red there. One of the drawbacks of wearing those heavy armored helmets, while they do provide protection, they also very much limit your hearing. And sometimes you can't tell what's going on, and taking that unfortunate grenade there, knocking him out.
Yeah, very much. You can only turn up the audio on your PC and your headphones so much, chat. Oh, footsteps. Looks like Instanti is pretty well versed with the reserve map. Looks like he knows where all these cues are coming from. Possible points of contact. Ooh, big fridge bag boy.
Oh! And nade, I think that player was anticipating him to come up there.
Oh yeah, something's on. We got the USEC 1 voice going on. This guy is just calling all of Instanti's flags right now. Very difficult situation, these tunnels sometimes, if both these players just know all the flanks. There we go.
Absolutely. There are so many places you can pop up at here. Very hard to keep track of your opponent.
Mm.
We're going to focus in here. Try and listen for the footsteps of Instanti's opponent.
Gonna do a little pre-pain. It's gonna last him for another a good 5 minutes.
Instanti really, really needs to pick up this kill for 2 reasons. One, the kill itself is going to secure him some points, but it's also going to give him freedom of movement to mark that control room.
Exactly. There's a PMC between him and his points right now. No pressure at all, but he definitely doesn't need 20 points. Now the question is, some competitors choose to know this, and he goes down with the instant peek from the competitor. He was just waiting for him. Oh man,
No way, bro.
That's the same guy. There we go. There we go. Our competitors go down. Instanti just annihilating the glue car gang while he could. And wow, I'm surprised we didn't see the little fight between those two competitors at the end there, man. Spectre, that was incredible, man.
That was a lot. That was a lot at the end
A
of
lot
that
of
raid.
action.
That was a lot of action.
Yeah, it was a lot of action with oh man, some moments of just insanity ensuing. We see this on reserve so much, where the underground is, like I said, a very dangerous, very dangerous moment, like extremely dangerous. It's really hard to say. But what we're gonna do, chat, is I think we might take a short commercial break real quick while we get some clarification on some stuff, and we will be back with you guys in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna run a short commercial break. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Get you a sec.
Guys, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us for that short commercial break. So what we're going to do after a little bit of review, we're going to be rerunning the reserve map. It seemed like somebody on the map may have purchased a better RGB chair. They may have had some knowledge of some stuff. We don't know, but we're not going to deal with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give all of our competitors a fair chance at the competition, and that's what we're all about here, making sure everything is fair. Things happen, unfortunately, as of right now. The culture of online gaming can be a little weird. But what we're going to do is we're going to let all of them get re-geared up, get them set up to go back on to the reserve map, and give them another opportunity at it. I mean, it's for the best. It's in all fairness, and that's what we're here about, is giving everybody a fair, equal chance, and for all of us to have a good time. Spectre, you know what? This is kind of a unique opportunity, so I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit. They get to redo the map. They've had a little warm up on it. What do you think we can expect from some of the competitors now?
I'm curious if we see a little bit of trepidation after what just happened. It's unfortunate that we did get the Gluhar spawn in that raid, and we had a very interesting spawn as well with the train station. And I really liked how Red took advantage of that, and he stayed, and he decided that he was going to go ahead and mark that objective right off the rip. And I thought that was really cool and a really good way for him to start. So I'm going to be looking for that again to see what our spawn is this time, and see if anybody picks up on that and tries to secure that early mark situation.
Very true. Now, Party, for you, if this is your situation, you're going back into it, do you kind of decide to bring a mutant again, or do you try to, you said like earlier that this was a very much a sniping map. Do you bring something maybe like a DVL to take some sniper shots at people to kind of be patient moving around?
Yeah, I think that's a good point to go off. Is it's a little bit of a priority shift. You understood that a lot of these players are going to go in, and like you said, we already got to warm up with them. So maybe switching over to a sniper on your back and still having the mutant in your possession is a great call because you could still get that long sight line. Potentially, you're going to have clear weather on this map as well. See how things play out. Spectre mentioned briefly as well, there might not be a glue car on this map, so you have to make up those points somehow if you're behind, and if you keep yourself ahead if you're up on top still.
Very true, very true. So it will be interesting. I mean, I was really, really enjoying how that competition was unfolding there. We saw exactly what we, as from a competitive standpoint. I mean, here's the thing: we are rooting for all of these competitors. It is the best because we want to see every single one of them do well in this competition. But we also want it to be entertaining. So when our leaders get knocked out early, and it allows our people that are a little bit far behind to catch up, it's always entertaining, especially trying to close that gap, because remember, first and second will be moving on to the semifinals. So they will be competing in the semifinals tomorrow and next Saturday, with the championship being held next Sunday. So unfortunately, all of our times have slid by 1 day due to the outage that a lot of the European nations were facing yesterday with their Cloudflare server and all. I don't know what theirs is called over in Europe, but a lot of things were out yesterday. So BSG was affected by that, so the servers could not get called, and so we could not play until late last night. Guys, I do want to take this moment to once again let you know, if you are enjoying this and you want to find out more information about the Evasion events, make sure to follow Evasion on all of their Twitters, and also make sure to head over to their website, evasion.gg. You can find information about every single one of the events that we hold, whether it's the solos, the upcoming duos, or the trios that had just passed. If you want to sign up for it, there will be information about signups on the website. Also, there will also be a calendar that tells you exactly when every event is happening, so that way you can get ready to watch some great TARKOV action. And also make sure you check out the merch store while you were there. That way you can get, maybe pick up a hat or a jersey or support Evasion in another way. But we do appreciate all of you guys being here. And once again, follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and make sure you head over to youtube.com/evasion_GG to find all of the information on the VODs. And, the VODs are a really good place to go back and rewatch and see some really good action, to learn a few things. Because every time I watch the competitors, especially high-level competitors, such as Blitzer Girl, man, I wonder if Blitzer does classes, because I would like to sign up for one of these classes. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I want a Blitzer Girl class of like just how to murder a lobby. Spectre, what do you think? Would you sign up for that class?
100%. I definitely need that class. We need to find out about this. We need to talk to her.
I mean, I've been playing the game for quite a while, and I am nowhere near the level that she is. She does it with such grace. Have you guys noticed that also? Like, a lot of competitors are sweating. There's like sweat running down, and they're like, "Ugh," but she's just like, click, 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 dead. All right, we're moving on. Good job. It's great. And if you guys don't know, she is part of the Evasion family. She is part of our competitive team, so one of the many members of the Evasion competitive team. With there are people from all over the world that are on the competitive team. So Tweak, if you guys know Tweak, Suddy, Sheaf, who has won countless competitions, great group of people. I believe that our competitors are trying to get geared up, get set up, and hopefully we'll be joining them in just a moment. But oh man, party. Are you excited for what we're about to witness? I've never had this moment where we get to see a redo in this magnitude, party. So what are you expecting?
Probably as much tension as we had last round. I think that we kind of just paused the tension right there, and now that everybody has a fresh chance and they get their priorities together, reshifted and whatnot, get a new lobby and whatnot, I think that these guys just know what they need to do now. Blitzer, like you mentioned, is just chopping through all this PvP or whatnot. She keeps her head on straight. You know, Escape is also doing a fantastic job. Escasm is doing just like what he needs to do to get the objectives on, get the PvP going on. And then we've got Red 7 is just obviously, like we said before, holding up those sight lines, being very meticulous with his pathing and whatnot. And Instant is just every time he gets into a chance that he can, he just blows it open and just takes what he needs to do to get those points on the board.
And that's what I want to talk about with Instant real quick. Instant he's gotten TARKOV quite a bit during the competition, but we saw right there on reserve the amount of movement knowledge that he has around the map, being able to recognize while he was in the underground, and you saw it. You were like instantly he knew where to move to flank what movement he was running into. And it was something that he hasn't, I don't think he's really been able to display as much right now in the competition because of just the way that things have happened. But getting to see that just kind of blew my mind. It was really some great action, some great game knowledge and movement knowledge. And guys in chat, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit those links when they pop up in chat. Go over to all of our competitors, show them all some love. Follows are free. And honestly, they put on a show always. I like to hang out I like to hang out in all of their channels, so it's a good time. And you know, getting to see those EU folks just decimate is always a great time. I hope to see a lot of them compete in the duos also. But I believe that we are ready, casters. Get ready to take it away. We'll find out who we're jumping on with, and we'll see how this unfolds. I'm ready for this final.
Oh, I am ready, Spectre. Let's get it. The tension has been building.
Angel of Death. She just kills
I don't know if I have enough energy to do that again.
graceful.
All right,
Like
here
I
we
said,
go,
the
ladies and
tension
gentlemen.
falls, so let's get back to it. All right,
Listening to
bunker
iRed 7
spawn.
here. Ooh.
Yeah, same plan, man. Red 7 go for the train station.
Interesting spawn here. This gives them the opportunity to hit a couple different objectives really quick off the spawn. And honestly, I'm not seeing quite as much dispersion as I expected.
Spawn in front of me here. Let's see.
Yeah, we're starting to see that priority shift where we're probably going to see these competitors try to get their building or their rooftop building stuff down, and then maybe worry about the tunnels second. And as I say that, I eat my words with S going down and fighting a scav, it seems. It's over near the night buildings. Getting his first points of the round on the board. Blitzer over near the garages. Red 7 going towards the train station objective. Instanti going over near the Hermetic. Possibly going to meet up with the train station. We'll see how things go. Now, Red actually decided to do without his voodoo, and he's going with a red dot. I think that might be a bad decision. See how things go.
That is very interesting, considering that he was able to get that jump on Instanti earlier. He was able to snipe down from the hilltop. So, very interesting decision on Red 7 part.
Just popping some shots at each other. Instanti going back over towards the heating pipe. Red 7 going to take the initiative, going to pop on over towards K buildings, maybe get a little aggression. He said it best. There we go. Instanti going to back off a little bit. Maybe see if we can get those rooftop smokes up. Red 7 go for the...
Because the bullets didn't do a lot.
Yeah, he's got the right idea. Bullets didn't do a lot of damage. Well, everybody's wearing a thick armor right now. He figures that the caliber is probably not insanely big. He's correct with the 5.56. If you guys are just tuning in, we are doing a redo of this round because we had some gamer chairs. We had some circumstances that allowed the competitors to not be in a fair environment, so we decided to give everybody a fair chance. Everybody got re-suited, reload out, and Instanti goes down over near the blue shack. Very unfortunate from Instanti. Dude, he's been putting work on the board today. He's just been getting TARKOV left and right. You know, really, I mean, sometimes you just can't do everything.
Very, very unfortunate. Oh no!
Oh yeah, Blitzer getting a fight down the basements as well, taking down the PMC. USEC down. Man, that turnaround from Blitz is just nuts. Just nonchalant. Is that whatever? Switch over to Blitzer, see what's going on. Red 7's going to go towards the night buildings as well, see if he can get himself into some action.
He was chilling.
Chilling. 74 M boy is down.
Oh yeah.
Just going to put herself deeper into the tunnels. See if you can try her hand at placing down the control room TNT. Regular scav goes to the left. Is
the handrail. That handrail, man, it gets me every time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I could always hit the hard shots, but you give me an easy shot, I'll hit a rail.
Anywhere in this room? Drop it on the
There
table.
you go.
All right, there we go. Blitzer with her TNT placement.
Where I get to... I think it's this way.
Escapegasm going ahead and marking his rooftop here.
All right, probably gonna run into a couple of dudes.
All three of our remaining competitors now having marked two objectives. So keeping a good pace with each other here.
There's someone in here.
I do think that reserve is the map that humbles out everybody's pacing. You're going to see Blitzer here. I mean, she's still zooming around the map, but her pacing with the objectives is pretty much on par with everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. We're
Escape
checking out the
Gasm
fold.
looking for
something. Very pretty grass. Yeah. Now he is actually going to be running up near the area that we had a competitor die earlier in Stanty. Died over to the left of our current competitor on screen.
I think he was trying to figure out whether or not his laser was on. He was seeing if he was spotlighting himself.
You're just gonna get a stand back check, cause some reason.
Yeah, I think that's a very intermediate to expert level thing of experience with TARKOV is stamina management, because if you get shot, you lose stamina. So how much stamina do you leave for yourself in case you have an emergency going on? Do you just keep running and running until it runs out? And we're going to fight with a duo!
Oh, 2 players! Oh no!
Oh,
goes
down to the duo. Hopefully he got one.
Oh no. Exactly like we talked about earlier, that helmet, like he stopped right there. If he had been wearing a headset, I'm willing to bet he would have heard those 2 players and that fight would have gone very differently. But he was at such a disadvantage without his ears that he sprung that trap without knowing that 2 players were around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always the pros and cons of wearing a helmet. Sometimes you take the extra shot. He did take a shot to the face that let him live a little bit longer, but I don't think that was enough to seal the deal on one of those players. If he had a headset, I think he would have been able to even the deal out a little bit quicker. Also, side note, big props to our competitor Red 7 for the pineapple juice inside of his bag. Always good to see.
Do this here before we get...
I like the comment that Boosh is making in chat here, talking about a prior competitor bringing in a headset to swap in and out of. It's that kind of outside the box thinking that really separates competitors sometimes. Who's able to think about the objective in a different way to give them a little bit of an edge?
Do you wear a helmet, Spectre?
I go back and forth, honestly. I don't ever wear a headset that prohibits me from wearing a headset, or a helmet that keeps me from wearing a headset. Let's see what Blitzer Girl has here. She's seeing a flashlight.
I think they went up.
Let's see how things go. Flashlight going on. Now, chat, here's a question for you guys. Would you prefer to hear more or have more head protection? If you guys would like to get a poll up in chat, be appreciated, and get some input from you guys on over as well. Always love to hear from you guys. And a fight going on with Blitzer with the flick on the left. There's that flashlight. Oh, red goes down.
No. I really wanted to see. There you go. I wanted to see if he had.
Saw it cooking, and she takes. There it goes. Blitzer's just walking through her competitors tonight. Yep, there's the extra armor as well. GG's to Red 7.
So Red wanted to investigate the body to try and figure out, is this a competitor? Who is it? What am I up against? Try and get a little more situational awareness for the raid. Unfortunately, Blitzer Girl was right around the corner and was able to take advantage of that situation.
I expect him to be like chilling over
I know we mentioned it briefly with Blitzer Girl about how she's just zooming around the map and whatnot, but I do want to point out that if she didn't have the experience that she had with this game, she wouldn't be able to do it. The reason that she's just so cool with it is because she's experienced these sort of things. Get into different situations with Tarkov, learn how the AI act, learn how players act, and all that sort of stuff. You can really just see the experience that she has with this game and the comfortability with her loadout and the knowledge that she has with this game. Just, you know, you can see it front and center. All competition.
Ooh,
please.
Spicy Scaff. I love it. Cologne in chat saying, helmets are for people who can't dodge. I'm raising my hand now. No, I've gone back and forth to go back to your question. I've been doing a little more of like wearing the red boss hat or the fleece cap, but my constant is I will never not wear a headset. So I'm not about the Alton or the Rise T life.
Okay. Definitely like that answer. I mean, I'm definitely a hearing guy over protection with the helmets as a solo player mainly. You definitely need to be able to hear more than take bullets.
Poll up in chat. Do you prefer helmets with ears or helmets with extra protection?
Lower roof or top roof? It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go with helmets with ears. Now, I'll go you guys an extra one further. Would you prefer to have a helmet, or do you prefer to have like a face mask? Oh, there we go. A little camouflage for your head, whatnot. We'll get back to that in a second. Blitzer gonna get some shots from the cave building. Looks like that might have been a regular scab, but the accuracy was a little whack there.
Pack some mags.
Pack some mags indeed. She has, what, 6 extra mags in her kit right now. All of them have been shot out of. She has been putting some rounds down range. She's trying to consolidate that a little bit here.
Very good ammo management.
And plenty of it. She decided she was not running out of ammo this raid.
So now, she just searched her mag to see how much is left. If you guys want a little tidbit, if you're in a little bit of a pinch and you don't know how much is left in the mag in the middle of a fight, you don't have enough time to search that mag like she's doing right now. You saw her do it briefly, but you can pop a bullet into the magazine. You can see how the less bullets that you need to put into the magazine, the shorter the UI reticle will show the bullets being loaded into the mag. Obviously, if it's going to be a smaller circle, you got more bullets in the mag.
Pro moves.
Pro moves.
Also, another little tidbit. If, for instance, you've picked up somebody's kit and you have a lot of unexamined magazines, if you pick up a round, you can simply drag it over top of all the magazines, and any that are full will reflect immediately that they're full just by dragging it over. The more you know.
Yeah, and the little pro tips right there. Gamer Cherub came out with RGB. I prefer the non-RGB. Got enough in my room already, Gar.
All right, so Blitzer Girl has 18 minutes left in this competition. She only has one objective left to mark. That is the Rook building. She already has several kills. She's in a really good position to potentially be our highest scoring competitor of this season with the EU bracket so far.
And she's got 17 and a half minutes to go.
Just in
points.
time.
8 PMCs, 28 scab kills. Holy moly.
Just in
Pain
time
action.
to start seeing the Scav army.
You guys think is worse, reserve or interchange scav armies? Spectre.
Interchange, 100%.
Yeah, all day.
I'm telling you, multiple times, I have been surrounded by 5 or more player scavs at one time.
Nice shot from Blitz right there. Yeah, it can. I mean, we almost saw it earlier, but you get yourself in a sticky situation with those scavs on everything. They pile up. 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely. Just the other day, in fact, a couple days ago, I was in an interchange raid. Unfortunately, lost my partner, and I spent about 15 minutes fighting my way out of the scavs to try and extract. It gets dicey.
Yeah. They got nothing to lose. They'll chase you down with that 1-3-3 if they need to.
Absolutely.
I think that's the one of the funky things about the weight system added in is if you got a gear, you're all geared out, you killed 3 or 4 players, you got all their gear, and a scav sniffs you out. He sniffs those ankles. He's got that 1-3-3. He's got nothing to lose. If you got a blacked out leg or something, they will chase you down. That's just a really scary thing in this game. Yeah.
Little vultures.
Here we are, full
Okay,
circle.
here she goes. Heading to mark her final objective.
Well, someone's already been here since the door's open.
Now, are we going for style points, and do we go for the lever
I thought I was gonna jump
in the bunker? Might see how things go. I mean, Blitzer has secured her spot by far tonight. She has just put on a stellar performance yesterday, stellar performance today.
Absolutely. I know, to your question about the style points, if it was me, you better believe I would spend a couple minutes trying to rack up some more kills. I'm going to put the biggest score on the board that I possibly can. I want to be that top scorer of the whole season.
Even if somebody else pulls it, you have
Exactly. Put on a show.
the one that pulls it.
Okay, run to it. Gotcha. I see.
So the battle mod pointing out the fact that in order to get the bonus points for the extraction, she does have to be the one to activate the hermetic door, or at least go to the switch before she can come back and extract. She can't just camp it out and wait for somebody else to flip the switch.
It's a 4-minute timer. How long do you think it takes to run from over? I'd say it probably takes about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm assuming she saved a stem for this, but again, these competitors in this raid are very thick. They're wearing heavy armor. Their endurance is very limited right now, so that's something to keep in mind when you make this run. It looks like she has an ETG, but I'm not seeing any kind of stamina
I haven't
skill.
seen you in Aaron ages. Good evening.
Gotta be really careful with that green stem. It'll take away your energy in a heartbeat.
Doing all the tasks right. Nothing further to do. Kills and
Confirming with the battle mod, all the tasks are done. Seems she could put some extra points on the board. 30 scav kills. Just want to point that one out real quick. Holy moly.
A lot. Okay, so we are hearing officially already with 13 minutes left in this raid, Blitzer Girl has secured herself as the highest scoring EU
press
solo
it for someone
competitor for
else,
this
but that's
season,
not the case,
with
then what
still
do you do?
more points to be put on the board. The overall highest for the entire season, NA included, is 139. So she very well could
Wow.
be the overall highest scoring between all the regions.
Looks like she's going to go press the lever, get these style points on the board, get her stamina
Leg
together.
it.
Very smart. We'll leg it on out, see if she can make the old evasion history. Putting herself at the top for the EU scores. Wow, that's nuts. 140 points. See if she could pull it off. What do you think, chat? She's going to run into anybody on the way? I think the pattern that she goes with this way might put her into a spot over near K building, but we'll see.
This is the Monka part.
Yeah,
Very,
there's the
very
Monka
monkey.
part. Get the hype
Going
up.
straight
This
through.
is it. Maybe we'll see
Running
some raiders.
straight dead wrecking.
Yeah.
Now here's the big question that I have right now. Is there a cheeky player scav camped out waiting for her to run in here? If so, I feel sorry for him.
Well, it's very quiet crossing the road, so it's a pretty Monka-ass moment right now. Oh, cheeky.
It's just a scav.
Watch this be a player scav, just voice comment. That's the thing, they hear the alarm, they know you gotta go there, so it's all a matter of timing on Blitzer's part, getting in and out, and she has just
Going
booked it
halfway
over
across
towards
my
the
mouth.
bunker. With 10 seconds
God
left
damn
on the
it.
exfil, looks like she is
Solid.
gonna make it out, and with those points on the board, looks like she's also making a little bit of a record for evasion. 145. There we go, chat.
And there we go. She made it. Great job, Blitzer girl. GG's.
Perfect. With that score being updated, she does move into our highest point scorer across both regions. Wouldn't expect anything else from Blitzer Girl, putting up just one of the best showings we have seen. Just very, very consistent. Oh man, Party, let me ask you, what was your top moment from that raid?
Honestly, I mean, like Blitzer Girl just it felt like she took her time with it, yet breezed through all those objectives. I know it wasn't exactly the most exciting of things to be on the lookout for during that raid, but I think that just her pacing shows through experience and like just the know-how with things. Everybody here has showed their know-how, and I think that Blitzer Girl definitely just found ourselves in that go zone today.
Yeah, and then we saw Instantity and Xgasm both getting taken out over there by the mounds. Spectre, when you're in that situation, what, like, with the helmet being on, covering your ears, it seemed to be that was the issue with both of them, not being able to hear those competitors. How do you play differently? Do you play it a little bit slower? Or do you just keep playing like normal?
Yeah, if you're going to be put in that situation, you definitely have to adjust your playstyle a little bit. I think when your hearing is limited like that, you need to rely more on your visuals. So you don't want to take tight corners. I feel like you want to broaden out what you can see. So if it were me, I think maybe, obviously with the benefit of hindsight, that I would have stuck closer to the wall to try and keep everything out in front of me as much as possible. But obviously when you're in that competitive mindset, you're so focused on your objectives, you're so intent on what you need to do. Sometimes you get caught off guard. It's unfortunate that, you know, you're out of your element a little bit, not hearing what you normally would.
Yeah, very true. Well, let's go ahead and take a look and see where everybody will be placed as we move on and get ready for the next events. So it is Blitzer Girl and Xgasm both moving on. 145 points, huge showing from Blitzer, 88 from Xgasm. So we have Xgasm will be competing tomorrow, November 14th. going up against Blink, British Ubba, Ontorius. That is a stacked group that I would be extremely scared of to be competing in. And Blitzer will be moving to the semifinals next Saturday up against Angry Elmo TV, Gary TV, and Walker. What another stack. I actually, that is extremely stacked because we have Gary and Blitzer, who are both our highest scorers this season for EU, in the same bracket. So that will be something to behold. Well, I am excited to see what happens tomorrow and next Saturday, and I hope everybody at home will join us for those competitions because they are going to be fierce. Guys, I think that about does it for today. I do want to take a moment and thank all of our competitors for competing today. I also want to reach out and say thank you again to my co-host, Party Pineapple. Man, where can we find you, sir, going forward?
Hey. So I'm Party Pineapple. Do the Twitch stream thing. I usually try to stream every other day, every 3 days and whatnot. I've been playing drums for half my life. Play a lot of TARKOV. I've been playing since 2017. Would love to have you guys come and chill. We're doing a lot of Battlefield stuff, a lot of Halo stuff, and a lot of TARKOV stuff. So again, love to see you guys.
And Spectre, where can the folks find you?
Spectre 21, stream during the day, most days, 5 days a week, from the morning to the afternoon. You can find me at twitch.tv/Spectre21. Stop by. I'd love to have you.
Perfect. Well, thank you both for casting today. It has been an absolute pleasure listening to you go through all of the rounds and giving us your points of view on everything that we've seen today. Guys, once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I would like to also thank you from everybody here at Evasion to the battle mods that give their free time to help out with these events. Without them, it would be extremely difficult to do any of this. And also, once again, I would love to thank you, Battle State Games, for helping sponsor this season of Escape from Tarkov by donating the prize money that all of these competitors are competing for. It is a large chunk of change, and it is, we're very grateful to have them, support us because we all love this game and we love it so much. But once again, guys, thank you so much for being here. I have been your host today. I will see you all tomorrow for the semifinals, round 1, where I'll be hosting with 2 others. But you can find me on twitch.tv/UnfluffyBunny and all of the other socials, UnfluffyBunny. And I hope to see you all soon. Guys, what we are going to do is we are going to send it over to Blitzer Girl, where we will interview her at her channel. So stick around for that, and we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and much love.